No stranger to drifting, no stranger to competition.
Do you want me to grab it? I love Formula Drift. It's not the same as having human interaction. So go normal speed.
Absolutely.
Do you want me to grab it?
Folks, sit back, relax for another episode of The Clipping Point.
Swing.
All right, let's go ahead and get things started by welcoming our special guest, since we are in a limited time. And let me get that sorted out. This gentleman, now, at first, one of the first things that stood out to me was that he's competing in not one but two competitions this year.
That was like one of my main questions I wanted.
Two competitions. So I'm curious to see how that's going to work out, what game plan he has to be able to have a reliable setup for this year. It's not going to be easy, but let's go ahead and bring him on to the show and welcome Mr. Billy Mitchell, everybody.
Yay! Woo!
Hey, what's up there, guys?
We gotta get some applause like buttons or something.
Yes, we need to.
We need that. We need that for sure. So, Billy, you got a busy year ahead, as you just heard Mr. or I should say Captain Ben.
Yes, Captain
Ben was talking, and this is really, I was going to wait to dive into this, but since you started off with that, Captain Ben,
Okay.
I want to know, actually, before we get into that, we really should do it. Proper introduction. So
Sure.
Go ahead and tell everybody that's watching, tell them, where you're from, your racing background, and your goals for this year.
Well, I mean, first and foremost, my name is Bill Mitchell. I live in Edgewater, Florida. Originally from Long Island, New York. Moved down here a few years back, and I've just always been around the drag racing world. Grew up watching my dad and grandfather both drag race. Saw what we really knew. Moved down here, came across drifting, went to my first event, thought it was pretty cool. But ironically, that one night, Kelsey Rawlings, actually, she brought out her S14 with Coyote motor in and thought it was the coolest thing ever. It's like, this is nuts. This is for me. We're done drag racing. So,
Yeah.
A couple of years later, ended up building myself what was supposed to be a seat time car. And it escalated to completely something else. Turned into full-blown LS7 swapped, just balls to the wall type of drift build. And kind of spiraled out of control, but I mean, who would ever plane?
Yeah.
So here I am now, 2 years later, and just seeing where it all goes.
Yeah. So
It's been a long road. It's been a fun road. It's been a really hard road, but we're finally now coming into this year. Me and the rest of my team, just we've got everything all sorted. We think that we have a good plan, and we're gonna try competing this year. So it's not really about having fun and just driving and messing around anymore. It's about bunkering down and actually getting serious this year. Trying to put a real program. So,
right. Okay, I kind of went. So I just kind of picked up on something you said. You said kind of a hard road. I don't know. Is that something you want to kind of like dive into a little bit? Like what were some of the struggles?
It was just like a bunch of stuff that like left New York for, moved down here more so get away from, just financial problems, relationship stuff, just full refresh, full restart. And
Nice.
it actually ended up working out for the best. I mean, moved to Florida, and there's not a single complaint I had since. I mean,
Yeah.
literally everything has been working out exactly how I could have asked for since I moved down here.
Oh,
And
that's good.
it's been fun, but at the same time, you battle all those things coming down here and try to grow out of them and just stay motivated and keep moving forward.
Right. Right. Well, that's good. So you said your family's mostly has
Drag
history
racing.
in drag racing, right?
Yeah, that's
How
correct.
to what level you were drag racing as well, I'm assuming, were you competing and
Yeah.
competitive?
So I grew up around my dad and grandfather where they both ran IHRA and NHRA. And I mean, everything that you could do, they've both done it. I actually, at 21 years old, I went ahead to go ahead. I went to Roy Hill's drag racing school.
Okay.
Be like my big eye opener. Grandfather was sending me out there, try to like
Mhm.
just scare me out of even any of this racing crap. Well, didn't work. So I went to the school for 3 days, and what it turned into was actually me getting a full ride to go drive for Roy. Um,
Wow.
Roy Hill is based out of North Carolina, Sophia, North Carolina. And I ended up driving not only one, but two of his cars. I drove in Stock Eliminator and Super Stock. So I got
Oh, wow.
both of his comp Mustangs for him and did that for a bit of time. Really learned my way around what driving professionally is more so like, rather than just like growing up around go-karts and having fun in
Mhm.
the atmosphere, as opposed to seeing the real side of what all this stuff takes. Um, so it was just a big eye opener. Learned a lot. Came from a lot of different learning curves with Roy.
Mhm.
I guess the easiest way to go about it is wasn't quite the easiest man to work for, but was
Okay.
probably the most knowledgeable, best person I could have ever worked for.
Mhm.
It From time to time it was like, is this really worth it? And then it was worth every bit of it. It was just very different, very eye opening, but led me to here. And now there is no going back to drag racing. It's just
Right.
from here on out.
Yeah. So what would you say was your uh biggest lesson that you learned coming from that drag racing? I mean, you had a lot of professional influences, as you were mentioning. You were able to absorb all that experience from these drivers and that field, right? Because professionalism is professionalism, where it's drag racing or motocross or drifting, that all carries over. Learning how to develop a program and all these other aspects, what would you say is probably the biggest asset as far as learning from them that you were able to walk over, that you feel you'll be able to carry over into drifting?
Well, honestly, I would say the best thing, most useful thing that I've taken away from working with Roy and a lot of his partners was learning the ropes of being a professional. By what I mean by that is not just labeling someone a professional and saying, yeah, you're a professional driver. It's networking with sponsors. It's how to talk to people. It's how to withhold a professional manner under public settings. It's all the key elements after driving. I mean, you could be the best driver in the world, but if you're just a jerk, nobody likes you. I mean, you're not going to get too far. But taking away what he had taught me and learning all this stuff with all of our sponsors back then, it really just teaches you how to be a people's person and
Mm-hmm.
really be open to it. So that would probably be the most important tool that I've taken away from working with Roy and
Okay.
that part of my career so far.
Okay, well that's cool. And of course, a lot of connections you made during those times. Hopefully, you're able to keep those connections and those networking contacts as you start developing your drift career. You really uh, kind of got a one up on a lot of the other guys, because for the most part, most drifters that are going to that trying to achieve or go to accomplish that pro level or pro license, they got the talent and they're getting their car and they're focused on the driving aspect so much that and we talk about this a lot of time with Jeff Jones and with Jeff Abbott and all these other guys, that they lose sight of the professionalism aspect of it. So I think
I would say in motorsports, it's really like a 60-40 battle. And by what I mean by that is, like I said before, you'd be the most talented driver in the world. 100%. You'd be the best of the best. But if you don't know how to put together a program, you don't know how to deal with sponsors, don't really know how to be the people's person, get along and really network yourself, it's only going to get you so far. And that's really the biggest battle that I've even seen a lot of friends and competitors, even in the past, struggle with. Not to say that I'm the best in the world at that. I mean, I'm learning every day, one day at a time, but it's definitely, I can't really say more important than the driving, but if you're going to work with companies and you're going to work with individuals, you have to do right by them, and you have to withhold professionalism throughout the whole process.
Right. No, that's definitely key. Okay, so tell us about what or how you came about the decision to compete, and have you ever do you have previous competition experience before signing up for the Pro-Am this year and Clutch Kickers?
Honestly, I've got one competition under my belt, and I got taken out on mechanical failure, and you know what? It sucks, but I figured, you know what? If we're going to go into this year, me and the rest of my team, if we're going to go into this year and we're going to do anything competition-wise and like really try to step our game up, get away from just having fun and doing this on the weekends, like be serious about this, why not do the two biggest things that you can go do? I mean, could I go run some lower scale, more fun grassroots stuff? 100%. But what the bragging rights and the respect and the opportunities that come out of bigger competitive leagues and like running Pro-Am and Clutch Kickers both, if you were to win either of those, whether that's me or another competitor, friend, whoever that is, you can't have anything but the utmost respect for that person, because dude can drive and he's got to put together.
Right.
So if we're going to do this, take the hard road.
Right. Yeah. I mean, you're going all in, so props for that. So tell us about your team. Like, what kind of, do you have a big team? How many guys are in it? Do you want to talk about them and how you know them?
I can honestly go out on a limb and I can say I do have the best team. I got, hands down, the most motivational, hardworking, committed dudes. I mean, whether it's going out and having fun on the weekends or it's we're at my shop at 2:00 in the morning, my car back together. Whatever I asked of them, they're always down. There's never a moment where nobody can make it. Like, we all figure out how to make it. It's a very humbling experience because I've never really had that in the past. But I mean, I don't even consider them a team. They're all brothers to me. They are the best dudes I could ask to have by my side, and I wouldn't change a single bit of it.
Wow. And these are all connections that you made since you moved down to Florida. These aren't guys that you came down with New York from, right?
Nope. I moved to Florida and really didn't know anybody, not a single person. And even the guys on my team, I didn't know them from going to the events. The way it all came about was Christian Catrone. He was the first out of everybody that I met at the track after I dealt with Kelsey. Kelsey had went ahead and she got into an accident, ended up fixing the car, and then met Christian kind of through the same situation. So I ended up working on his car, meeting Josh Kraft and David and all these other incredible people. Then Austin, he moved on down from North Carolina, became part of the team. My buddy Cody, another local from Edgewater, just kind of crossed paths, and drifting has brought us all together since. I mean, it's been a weird road how some of us have met, and it's been a great road how some of us have met.
Okay.
Let me ask you in regards to going back to the competition and going and tying it into your experience with your team members. So, how was it for the King of OSW competition? Was it something where you guys were sort of like, okay, everybody for themselves, or were you still helping out one another throughout the whole competition?
Well, that night, our focus was Christian. Um, I do believe that man is one hell of a driver. And with how he was driving all that weekend, how he always drives to begin with, and just the way that night was unfolding, we we all got together and he went ahead and ran King of OSW and sure enough took the whole thing. I mean, it was pretty wild night, and he became the focus of the night. I didn't even run it. Um, our focus was Christian, and he stuck to it.
Well, good deal. Um, so you mentioned you have a shop. Is this so you're open for business, doing work on like everybody's car, or is this more of just like a team shop?
It's not. It's more than a team shop. I still currently work a day job. I work at Gerber Collision, and I'm actually a frame technician. I fix all the heavier.
Oh, there you go. Perfect for drifting.
Yeah, yeah. Kind of how I found my way into the community. Crash cars.
Mhm.
No, so it's more of a nighttime gig. I'll get out of work around 5 and just work till it's time to be too tired and go home. Sometimes it's 11, sometimes it's 2 in the morning, but it's everything from roll cages to body kits to mechanical, anything you just about bring through the door.
Lambo doors?
Lambo doors?
Yeah, you want Lambo doors, put Lambo doors on anything.
There's somebody that has Lambo doors. I can't remember. Didn't Dan Chilton have Lambo doors back in the day?
Yeah.
Yeah, he
May-
did on
he
his
did.
RX-7
No,
back in the
yeah,
day. That was a
he
long
did,
time
yeah.
ago.
Dan
That was before
Chilton,
he came down here, but wow. I think I still see him every once in a while. I see Lambo doors out there.
Yeah.
Yeah, the services that he does.
Yeah, no, absolutely. So okay, so let's move on. So you're going to be doing the clutch kickers, and you're going to be doing the pro-am in efforts, obviously, to get your pro-am license, right? And what's great is you don't have to drive too far for either one of these, so it makes everything like that's going to bring down the cost quite a bit.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah,
I mean, before the U.S. Drift Circuit even brought up or announced, should I say, doing the Pro-Am series here in Florida, me and Christian was planning on doing the Street League, and I was going to go do the Pro-Am League out at Lone Star. But, I mean, Texas, that's a hike.
oh yeah,
So when this came about, I was like, well, that's the way to go. There's no thought behind it. It's in our backyard. We just cut down massive costs to do all this and just made it a lot more feasible. And with clutch kickers being at Freedom Factory, even got closer because I was going to be driving about 7 hours north up to Holt, and being in Bradenton now, it's 2.5 hours. So this year, everything kind of like fell in place so far to make this a lot more feasible and easy for me to do. And now it's just a matter of figuring out the rest of the program and going out there.
Yeah, and what's interesting for us is that we've noticed, well, just the history of floating and drifting. I don't know if anybody's ever talked to you. Like, we've been drifting down Florida for a long time, and for a long time, it had a really bad name, right? People talk a lot of trash throughout the country about Florida drifting. Florida fails, right? I mean, that went on for a long time. But we often talk about how the last 2 or 3 years, how the drifting scene has grown, and how it has grown in a positive light throughout the country, at least for
absolutely. I mean, even when I had moved down here a few years ago and going to my first event, like I was more so getting into it, thinking it's fun, but not really like gonna be something that goes up and above and becomes anything like events like drag racing events where you go and they're just packed stands and it's just wild atmosphere. And in a matter of 2 to 3 years, I've literally watched the drifting scene explode.
Oh yeah.
And it's really cool. And it's really nice to see that happening here, especially in Florida.
Yeah. No, absolutely, and we've been enjoying it.
Mhm.
And but one of the things that I'm excited about is it was always hard. We had a lot of good talent down here in Florida, and it's going to be interesting to see a lot of this old talent that just got burned out of having, because to be a pro driver, we had to go to Virginia, Carolinas, Georgia. There was like only one event in the whole season that was local. So over a few years, we got to see these talented drivers fall off. So I don't know. Hopefully, you get to you're gonna be able to compete against them and drive with them. So it's really gonna be cool to see like Ryan Kaufman, and we're hoping Harry Travola, all these old school drivers come out. So it's gonna be. I'm saying this because you're gonna get to drive with some guys that have been drifted for a long time and be able to run shoulders, and it's gonna be fun to watch the new guys, right? Versus like the old school guys, and see what happens. That's one of the things I'm really looking forward this year.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. So say just say everything goes your way this year, right? This is the year of Billy Mitchell, right? And you get your Pro-Am license. Then what's next? Are you guys thinking that far ahead right now, or are you just focused on competing?
I mean, it's always nice to have a goal and a future plan. Like, yeah, if this was that year, if this was the year that it took off, it exploded, and we hit home runs on every hit we could. I mean, it's pretty straightforward. Like, yeah, next year we'd be in prospect. I'd spend the next 6 or 7 months afterwards building a whole new car to go into FD with.
Oh, okay.
Just put on a whole new program, and just step it up one more notch.
Yeah.
What car would you build for prospect?
Well, that's the thing. I would end up not so much retiring the 350Z. I'd kind of set it aside, and I would step over to the BMWs. I'd probably end up building my using a whole Eurofighter kit. Go nuts all over again.
Yeah. Good.
But I would like for you to clarify on which 350Z, because I do recall you have two, correct?
Do have two. The LS7 one. The 7 one is obviously going to be the only real comp car I have to use. The other one just more of a seat time car, mess around car, go have fun with the friends type of car. But no, if it did even come down to that, where next year was the year that we go to prospect, then the LS car would actually become the party car. That would be a new fun car, which, as rowdy as it would be, it would still, I couldn't get rid of it. I mean, that's
No.
What is
there
the
would
setup
be no
on the,
use for a BQ car at that point.
Right.
What is the setup on your LS car? What do you have for suspension and angle and?
What are you willing to reveal? I mean, he can't really.
Well, I mean, I don't mind. It's full WiseFab front and rear. It's on ER DC coilovers. It's got a 650 horse LS7 in it, completely built top to bottom. T56 Magnum. Using the stock rear in it right now, just not quite time for a dog box and quick change. I do feel that it would help in certain situations, but being that I'm only trying Pro-Am this year, I don't think I need to go spend that additional money.
Yeah.
As expensive as the car is, there is still a budget behind it. Be nice to be rich and afford a dog box.
Oh yeah,
we would all be the same way. Yeah.
Yeah, we can all dream and hope for that day.
Yeah, that's why like Adam LZ, like we all live vicariously through his eyes, right? It's like what he does is like, if I was in his position, he does. It's like every time he puts out a video or does something, I'm like, yeah, I'd be doing that too.
I mean, it'd be so cool to have even half the stuff that my friend Adam has.
Right.
Just as of right now, your boy for that.
I have a question regarding your setup. Of course, you're tackling the vehicle and trying to make it as reliable as possible, but how about yourself on trying to stay hydrated throughout the whole series? Because it's something that we've touched on before many times, how people need to stay hydrated,
focus on their health, and
welcome to Florida.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's going to start off with a cool suit, obviously. That's one more thing that I'm doing this year. just because of how much more time I'm going to spend in that car and sitting in grid and trying to stay cool, especially during summer season. I think cool suit's going to be a major contributing factor to helping me stay more comfortable.
Yeah.
But as far as just staying hydrated, that's just every moment I can get water into me. That's just going to be what it is. I mean, there'll always be a water bottle in the car, but it's just a matter of keeping that conscious effort to keep drinking it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
being
'cause-
able to focus on not just your driving, but and that's also going to be something that you're going to want to talk to your team about. Just something that they got to make sure they keep you focused on, because as a driver, you get so locked into the competition, you forget about your drinking, and next thing you know, it's too late.
Clutch clickers, we've already had 2 people.
Yeah, we've had a couple people have issues.
Have heat stroke.
I mean, I still even sometimes find myself at like a public event where you don't even eat breakfast because you're so excited to just go drive.
Yeah.
And you go drive for 8 hours, and then you go home, and it's like, oh, now I get my first meal of the day. Drank like maybe a water bottle or 2 at the track.
Right.
But I've been slowly trying to break that and get more into the mindset of you're healthy going into the car and you're healthy getting out of the car.
Right. So, I mean, making sure you're staying hydrated, keeping your focus on the competition, having confidence in your car. These are all key things. But another key thing in the competition, I'm kind of curious how much, if you have one, but is a spotter. Do you have a spotter picked out already? And have you guys been working on a game plan? And what is that game plan?
My buddy Josh Kraft, I mean, I don't want to talk too much about what it is that we look for, but my buddy Josh Kraft, this season, he's going to be crew chiefing. He's going to be spotting. He's just going to be in my ear this entire time. And we've had some experience in the past at like OKC when I ran that one comp event, but he's also spotted for Christian several times and seems to really be on top of knowing what he's looking for and where to put us and how to really even get the car dialed. I mean, man is very, very well educated when it comes to setting up suspension.
Okay, good. So, and he has input in the car setup as well.
100%.
Okay.
Everything that we do, we kind of do it as a team, and there's no like Mr. Final decision. It's what's the best outcome, what's the best game plan, and what can we really do to optimize on putting the best car on track. So, and that's really where Josh has came in a lot of the time.
Okay. Do you have any things that you do to like alleviate those competition jitters? Like we see Magic Mike, like he's always bobbing his head playing music. Brandon Whitnick, I think, is always playing music as well. And some people know music and are just straight business. I mean, what's your when Billy Mitchell gets behind the wheel to compete? Like what is it like in there?
I don't know. I've just even going back to like when I drove for Roy, never really got jitters. I mean, yeah, there's even been times where like I'll pull up against somebody that I actually really look up to and don't quite get nervous. Like you start thinking about situations that can happen or get beat, but it's never really like a nervous type of jitter. I mean, I'm fortunate enough that I don't have jitters and really overthink that stuff. But once I sit down in the car, it's kind of just play the game.
Good deal.
Is there any particular driver that you're looking forward to battle against? Maybe learn a thing or two from tandeming with them.
I mean, of course, but we don't want to be calling anybody out.
Oh, come on.
He doesn't want to put anybody on a pedestal.
The thing is like spring break bash is coming up.
Oh yeah, because they see this, you're
call
like, oh,
that
you're talking
there.
trash.
Well, I mean, it's not really anybody that more so be like that I've never met. It's more of people that I have met that, yeah, of course, I'd like to go out and just kick their ass.
Right. You know, yeah, it's just anybody that that you see on any of the competitive list that you see is like maybe, you know, somebody you'd like to go against, but maybe somebody like, oh, I've always wanted to battle this person. Not necessarily like I want to beat him and I want to defeat him, but somebody that, you know, I've always wanted to tandem with this guy.
I mean, I honestly would really like to go and throw down with Alejandro, just because
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
drive.
Yeah.
Dude can drive. He's got the car. I mean, he knows what's going on. And
Mhm.
I feel if you can drive against somebody like that and
Mhm.
really push the limit and really put all of it together, then yeah, that's pretty cool to me. So I
Yeah.
think he's probably up there on the list. And it's not just because like he won clutch kickers. Now I'm going
Right.
on clutch kickers. Like even back when I first got into drifting, like I knew who Alec Honadell was. I've watched him. I've seen him around before, and he's definitely one of those dudes that you just look up to and like to go and run against.
Yeah. Aside from drifting, or as your drifting career progresses, right? We see a lot of drivers. They start branching off into like stunt driving or movie set driving. I mean, we've seen that quite a bit. And
Off-road racing.
off-road racing,
Yeah.
like Gittin this year. He's
Yeah.
not competing in FD this year because he wants to start focusing on another form of racing.
No, there's rally,
Right.
rally cross, all kinds of stuff. I mean, who knows?
Yeah.
The list
Yeah.
goes on.
Yeah.
Well-
So yeah. No, you go ahead.
I
I've
was-
been asking all the questions, so go ahead.
Well, I guess it would be the same question anyway. It's just what are some of like maybe something you would want to get into maybe in the future if drifting gets.
Opportunity
I mean,
presents itself.
I've gotten to the point that I'm just like so consumed in the sport of drifting, and it's so appealing to me still,
Okay.
where I don't really see anything past it just yet.
Okay.
Like maybe there will be opportunities, or maybe there will be another form of motorsport that I'd like to get into, but
Mhm.
right now it's pretty set on drifting, and all I really want to do is just stay competitive with drifting.
Good. So you're all in. Good deal.
I,
So
s- I see a steering wheel and a seat back there. Is that a simulator you got?
Yep.
What do you got? What's your opinion on that? As far as do you think it helps? Do you think it?
It- For a long time, I was very skeptical on it because, and I only just got this set up, I'd say maybe a month ago, and I was always skeptical on it because I'm like, man, this is so much money. It's a video game. Like, how does it relate to real driving?
Yeah.
Well, taking all the feel out of it, and like that for me, that was always the biggest element, is feeling what the car is doing, and that makes me make judgments behind the wheel. But when you have no feel, it's like, well, what do I do with my hands? You have a Ricky Bobby moment. And it's just, what do you do? So getting into the sim, after the first like week of really learning what to even do on it, I can definitely say now that I've navigated my way around it and figured out how to drive on it, and then just last weekend jumping into a drift car since getting it, yeah, it 100% makes a difference. Like,
Mhm.
it's not so much teaching you feel, obviously, it's teaching you muscle memory and like instinctive reaction, I would say.
Okay.
And it definitely helped. Like there's even things I was doing in the car that normally I wouldn't be doing. And just turning lap after lap after lap with Christian, by the end of the day, it's just you notice yourself doing stuff after a run that you didn't even try to do. You just did it. So
Mhm.
that's where I feel that the sim really does help. It's training your body to do these instinctive things behind the wheel.
Yeah, the hand-eye coordination that takes thousands of dollars of tires to get that
Yeah.
experience where you can
Oh
essentially
yeah. Like I could go crash the car a million times and don't cost me a penny. Press a reset button.
yeah.
How do you go wrong?
Yeah, we had Asbo on here, and one of the interesting techniques that he says, maybe I don't know if you watched it or not, or if you heard what he said about it, is he says there's his opinion what there's a value in it, but he said it doesn't replace real seat time. But what he
Right.
did say, one technique that I thought was interesting, he said if you're going to utilize it, what he would do is utilize it for like 20 minutes, and that's it. Try to get used to, because what he said, the big difference from going to your drift day events or your small competitions, when he can start stepping in a pro-am level and the pro level, is a lot of times you have to learn to track fast. And I
Yeah.
think Officer Dan said this, by the first lap, you should be able to link any course on your first lap. And on your second lap, you should be starting to hit those clipping points. Like, you got to learn it fast. So one of the advices that Hasbro had, what I thought was great advice, is if you're going to get on the sim, only do like 5 or 6 laps at a time and try to nail it right away. What do you think
Yeah.
about that kind of technique?
I will typically jump on it anywhere from like a half hour to an hour.
Mm-hmm.
Because I mean, I'll be coming home at like 1 a.m.
Right.
time for bed,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm like, all right, I gotta at least jump on the sim for a little. It's my practice of the day. But I could probably agree with Frederick on that because it makes sense. You shouldn't be able to just do a million laps and learn it. You should be able to jump right on and just link it and move on to hitting your points and then progressing into tandeming and all that, and just be comfortable quick.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I do hard.
I think I can definitely agree with Frederick on that.
Yeah, I gotta get comfortable on even doing. I just spin out constantly. I get frustrated. This ain't real, you know. But yeah, once you get
how
past
I was for like the first week. I mean, I hated the thing for the first week. I was like, I don't get how people do this, let alone.
Yeah, right. Well, no, it does. And I was talking to a friend of mine, Alex, up in Jacksonville. I was able to hang out with him, and he's building his old S13 that he had from a while back, and he was telling me very similar. And he said a lot of times it comes down to just having the right rig. If you don't have the right rig, you don't set it up right, you're wasting your time.
Right. Well, and I mean that was also another thing with it. When I first bought it, I believe all the settings on it were pretty whacked out. And the kid that I bought it from, this kid Jordy, he actually came on over, tweaked all the settings on it, and of course he hops on and just like makes it look so easy.
Right.
And I hop on and still hate the freaking thing. I mean, after a week later, probably about 8 or 9 hours on the thing, it was a lot more understandable, a lot easier. And then it's just seat time from there.
Hey, aren't you still looking for a DE?
Yeah, still looking for a DE. And I mean, the whole theory behind that is I have the HR right now. It's nice having the power right now, but if I could just have something to literally beat off the walls of OSW and laugh every time I do it, rather than cost myself a fortune with an expensive HR car, I think that's a lot more fun for me and probably better for learning the boundaries of the car, more so hitting it and then realizing, well, there's the wall, but there's the brand.
Right.
Don't you have the Tim?
No, he's got
I
HR.
got an HR.
Oh, okay.
He has a D.
No, Paul has
Yeah,
a D. But I got HR.
I was gonna say it would have been great. You're looking to get rid of the car. He's looking to get a car.
I'm getting it wrapped now, so I'm not getting rid of it now unless somebody wants to give me stupid amounts of money. That will never happen, right? No, I'm putting a wrap on it now. But no, I have HR, and that thing's been. Was when I got it, the kid was street racing it, and he gutted most of it out, and it was basically set up. I just had to change the coilovers and put an angle. I just was the GK Tech angle kit on there, and that sucker has been tried and true for 2 years. I haven't done anything but change oil, I think, once. And oil's always clean, and I never get oil. I never get oil in the catch can. Like it's that. I mean, it's been great.
Yeah, it's good.
Knock on wood.
Hey, I mean, that's all you can ask for out of the VQ car. No.
Calling me hardhead?
Yeah.
Woodhead.
Wow.
So sponsors, you have a couple of them lined up for the season, right?
Yeah, this year we had Tire Stacks and Kanzai come on. They're the two new guys. Been working with Tire Stacks for a couple years now. He was Frank from Tire Stacks. He was originally the very first guy to even help me. I mean, literally a nobody just buying tires for a car I could not drive at all. And from day one, he was willing to help and steer me in the right direction and really learn the ins and outs of a tire. So it was really cool to see him come on this year and be part of the program. Kanzai, Christian had actually worked with in the past and established a relationship. I was fortunate enough to meet Chris, and we were able to put together a program. And then we have Outlaw Race Fuels, which is all I've been running. The car runs on 110, so
Wow.
fuel company, obviously.
Yeah.
We got FST filters, we got Jones Racing, we've got Manly Valves, Riscom, That's my buddy Austin Carr. He actually just wrapped up on the entire livery, designed it, wrapped it, whole thing done in house. Thing looks insane now. And my dad. I mean, my dad, he threw a sponsorship on the car, of course. I mean, still making me work for it.
Of
Nothing,
course.
fortunately, but I mean, I'll work for it. That's all I can ask for is a little bit of help.
Yeah, no, and it looks like you got a good team and you have a good game plan. You're getting behind the wheel, you're focused, you're dedicated, your team's dedicated. These are all important things, and you're dedicated because you're ready to compete this full season in 2 different competitions. So we're gonna go ahead and wrap it up, but I want you to just share, like, where can people find you on Instagram, Facebook? Do you have a YouTube channel? What's the best way for people to reach out to you or follow you or support you?
I do not have a YouTube channel. Too many people have been on it, but have not gotten around to that yet. But you can reach me at Billy Mitchell 559 on Instagram and just regular Billy Mitchell on Facebook.
All right, good deal. You guys have
Cool.
any other questions for him?
No.
No, I think.
No, Ben.
Looking forward to see you at Clutch Kickers.
Yeah.
Well, we're gonna be seeing you we're gonna be doing the live stream of Clutch Kickers and most likely at US Drift Circuit as well. So we're gonna be following you as we watch this possible year of Billy Mitchell unfold. We'll see, right?
Hey, fingers crossed, boys. Be cool.
Yeah. Well, we'll be rooting for you, and we look forward to seeing you compete. Ben, you have anything else? No.
That's it.
All
Thank
right,
you,
well,
buddy.
go make your girl some food. She's gonna tear that door
You
down.
gotta keep them happy, right?
Yeah, you gotta keep them happy. Yeah, you don't want a hangry girlfriend. That's
No,
not a good
no,
thing.
no, 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 no. That's like a race car.
Yeah, exactly. You got to put the right fuel in it, man.
Yeah.
But I appreciate you guys having me. It was real nice talking with you guys, and I'll catch you around.
Yep,
Yep.
we'll catch
All
up
right,
to you
good
soon.
luck, man.
Thank you, Billy.
Okay.
There you go.
So there we
All
go.
right,
That
there we
was
go.
Billy Mitchell.
Billy.
Yep.
Somebody, I've seen him, and I know the BMR. I see that all over the place.
Yeah, the car's nice.
Yeah,
car is
that
nice.
car is nice.
But give a shout out to Christian for recommending bringing him on the show.
Yeah.
Because we got to talk to somebody that I don't think we probably would have thought about, really.
No, and really, we've never really gotten to know him,
Mhm.
and really coming into this interview, I was like, I don't know what to ask him. I don't know.
Right. I told Ben, I was like, I'm gonna have to like freestyle it because I haven't really done any research. But
Yeah.
hey, we'll just do it. And actually, I think it was probably one of the better interviews we've done.
yeah.
Yeah.
I want some coffee.
Oh, okay.
Well, while you do the coffee, let's bring order to the show
Oh, no.
and go over
Oh,
to
God,
the Wheel
no.
of Misfortune that's been sitting there for
Oh,
a while
jeez.
now,
Yes.
and evidently it needs to be spun.
Yeah, Paul,
Don't you
We don't
spin
want
it?
to. We don't want
you
to
shouldn't
build
even
any
complain about
cobwebs
this
on it.
because this was your idea.
Yeah.
I know.
And
well,
your name isn't on there that
And I've had
much
to-
anymore.
Okay.
Your names aren't really on there
okay.
that
Well,
much. so.
spin it, Ben. Let's go.
Spin
Let's,
it.
let's get
Let
it
me
done.
see. You got
All right.
one.
Oh, frick. I should have bought the
two,
the baking
three.
soda.
Should've-
Your name's on there 3 times.
Tim,
Okay,
why'd,
go.
why'd you put it so far away, Tim? I
Oh,
can't-
I'll get it. I'll take care of
You
it.
can't. You can't. What?
Yeah.
You got to do it sitting down?
You thought you were Elastic Man.
Well, so that way, there you go. That's perfect. Okay, people can see it somewhat. They could. We have witnesses. Everybody knows what's going on.
Yep.
If you don't know by now, just look back at the previous episode. So
I'm not looking
Spin a name. Spin a name. Spin a name.
spin a name. Okay, and
Yeah.
actually, maybe I should go the other.
No,
way.
come on. What are you
Alright.
doing?
I'll give it a
Spin.
good. There we go.
Let me spin it again.
Oh.
I wasn't happy with that one.
Oh, thank
I
God.
wasn't. I
No,
said.
no,
I
no,
called
no,
it.
come-
I
no.
called it. I wasn't happy with that one.
What?
He said it before he even
I
started.
said it. I
He
said
He
it.
said it before
Oh,
he even
good
started.
stuff.
Your name is only
We-
on there 3
we
times.
let you- we
It's
let
going
you
to
slide
end up on me now.
We let
Damn
you
it.
slide.
If it ends up on me.
I'm happy with that one. I am happy
Oh,
about
boy.
that one. Here we go. What's gonna happen?
No! All right.
Thank
yes.
you. All right. So what's it gonna
The
be?
truffle shuffle,
Ugh.
water challenge,
All
hot
right.
wing. I don't have any wings, but I'll find something to put hot sauce on.
All right.
That
Happy
wasn't-
with that spin. This is my final spin. What's it gonna be?
Spin
Spin
again.
The anticipation,
Oh, I hope it lasts.
the anxiety.
Oh.
It's taking forever. I gotta fix that. I gotta fix it.
Truffle shuffle.
Truffle shovel?
Truffle shuffle.
Wait, but it's not-
Truffle
but it's
It's
not-
not in the middle though.
Yeah.
Okay, so fix the letter. Now do it again. Do it again. Okay, you gotta,
Sure?
you gotta point it up. Let's do it again.
How many times?
This is the last time.
Okay, fine.
Last time. Let it point. Okay, move the needle kind of up a little bit. There you go. Okay. Nope.
Okay, Nope water challenge.
You know what sucks is
drink?
I'm already feeling like.
He's gonna piss his pants.
Oh boy!
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
I know. It's...
Well, did you get my thing loaded up, Ben?
No, I didn't get your thing.
Well, get it loaded up so we can talk. So, okay.
Did you move? You're like the camera's off center again.
No, I'm
Stop
good.
moving.
I move.
You're all over the place. Yeah, you did move, so that we can get a better look at the Nopi water challenge.
Yeah, I was trying to find it.
You're trying to find it. Okay,
He has a
whatever.
corner, so he feels like he can just move around the table.
You can move. Yeah. No, work
Well,
I'm
around,
kind of like
work
stuck.
around the table.
All right.
Okay.
So what? Paul,
What's up?
are you gonna get your car ready for?
Probably not. Who knows?
No.
Who knows, man? God, I don't know. I just don't have any time anymore. My estimators are getting locked up and thrown in jail for choking. It reminds me of the Dave Chappelle.
We're putting this out there.
Reminds me of the Dave Chappelle skit where with Wayne Brady. Is Wayne Brady gonna have to?
Yeah.
But yeah, that's exactly what happened. So yeah, no, just with everything at work and just not able to have any time to work on the car. But yeah, no, I'll be there on Fuel Fest. I'll be out there.
Okay. No, are you gonna be making an appearance at Fuel Fest with your vehicle, with your lovely stallion?
Yeah, no, that's not happening. The car's still.
Wait, what?
Yeah, the car's still stuck in the garage. But I should be going out there. The event is actually on my birthday, which is funny.
Oh God,
So-
you serious? Okay, get the chugging, pal. Get the chugging.
All right, let's
Get
go.
chugging, pal.
All right.
Should I put a
Wait,
towel
did-
underneath you? Should I put a towel
No,
underneath you?
no, because
Hey,
then I'm gonna have to drink more water because I'm, it's
did we
not-
decide like the rules on like how much he needs to drink?
He needs to drink it.
Because remember
Drink
last
this.
time.
He has to drink that, and he has to drink it as fast as he can.
And he
No,
can't
you
go.
didn't drink it very fast.
I drank
last-
more than you.
Well,
though.
look, he can't go pee before he drinks it all.
And you don't have to go as long because we already started
I don't-
halfway through the show, so I don't want to.
Yeah, so don't rage quit again like last time.
I'll give you. 20
let it
minutes.
leak.
20 minutes is enough, right, to finish that?
Yeah.
He's
yeah.
drinking. He's drinking.
All right.
Okay, good.
Okay.
Chug, chug,
All
chug,
right.
chug,
So
chug, chug,
so
chug.
let's do this. Or did you guys already start on the subject?
What subject?
So
I have a
actually,
subject.
What's your
I asked
subject?
them- I asked
I
them-
have a good subject.
Hang on. I asked them if their vehicles are going to be making an appearance at the Fuel Fest, and Paul said no, possibly.
No, I'll be there.
Possibly.
I'll be there.
Okay.
He'll be there, but will his car be there? That's up in the air.
Oh, you're halfway done.
Yeah. Okay.
Trying to
And
get this over with.
no,
Not like him here.
no, it's going to be too busy having a siesta with his birthday party taking place over at Fuel Fest.
Yeah.
Oh, your birthday
yeah.
party's wait.
My birthday is the same day. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
He's gonna actually
gotta
pay
find
for
him
a
a-
booth so that way people can
I
go
got a
over
present for
and-
you. I'm gonna find a present for him.
Hey,
you're gonna have to
keep
open it on the
drinking.
screen.
I have 20 minutes.
He's
I have
20 minutes. That's fine.
And I'm
That's fine.
already like halfway.
He's
Yeah,
good.
he's still
I
good.
gave him less. It's fine.
Give him
All right.
less. Really?
Yeah, because I couldn't find the big jug that I had, so I was, I feel bad for Noel. Like I like torturing him, but like I'm not as evil as my brother.
Yeah.
I'm just not as evil as
I'm
my
not
brother.
evil.
You're.
I'm not evil.
Yeah, you're evil. All right.
You're pretty.
I-
People don't
I-
even
what?
know.
I'm
They
not
have
even-
no idea. They have no
They
idea.
they do. They have
This
no
is
idea.
the tamed version of my brother. Trust
They
me.
have
Yes,
no
it
idea.
is.
Nobody knows.
So okay, so what's the good subject that you got, Paul?
Well, Ben, if Ben could load it up,
Oh,
I mean, it
was
would,
too busy
come on.
judging.
So good. I've been wanting to show you guys this.
Okay, so while he's loading that, can I talk about my subject? It's not,
Yeah,
it's not
talk
as
about
long.
your stupid subject. Whatever you got.
No, it's a good subject, and I want you
It's a
guys'
good
thought
one?
on this, and I'll give you my thought.
It's
and
stupid,
what my
stupid
opinion.
idea.
So this is
I can't see you between Noel chugging
I
his
know.
water.
So we know about street takeovers and how you guys feel about it, how most of the drift community feels about.
Hey,
the
what
street
about that?
takeovers.
Hey, whatever happened with that one drift street takeover competition in Tamarack?
I don't know, but that's but anyways. So look, how do you feel about well-established or well-known drifters that have competed, that are doing street takeovers, right? And I mean, there's one person I'm gonna mention his name that kind of stirred this topic because I was
Oh,
talking.
you saw
about
somebody?
Wait, his or her name?
his or her name, right? So,
His or
but
her
he's not
name.
the only
Oh,
one.
I already know.
He's not the only one, or this person is not the only one that does it. There are other people that do this, but should they be held accountable for representing drifting outside of events by doing street takeovers.
Well, I think it's
so. Hold on, before
okay.
because there's a difference between street drifting and street takeovers. So let's just make that distinction.
Well, I don't know if there's a difference.
No, there's a big difference because most times street drifting
well,
is like
here
in
we're about to have a freaking argument, pal.
No, oh,
He's done.
Oh,
He's done.
He did it.
Wait, hold up to the camera, please.
Yeah, look at that. How do you feel?
Wow. Okay.
Oh,
what
there
are
you
you
go.
doing? Okay,
Oh, you
so
just dripped some water, man.
so let's just distinguish street drifting from street takeovers. Because street takeover, by definition, is they're shutting down the streets.
It doesn't feel good.
I know it doesn't feel good.
Oh.
You should have took the full 20 minutes, you dummy.
Yeah.
So
I just wanna
you
get
guys
over
aren't going to get my point. Shut up. So there's a difference between street drifting, right, and street takeovers. Street takeovers are typically, when I think of street takeover, they're shutting down a highway, doing donuts, or they're shutting down an intersection.
Okay.
Right. So how do you guys feel, or do you feel that the drift community, and when I say drift community, I'm talking about most
People
drift
that-
organizers, the tracks, hold those drivers accountable for their actions off the track, and in the sense that if if a well-known driver is doing street takeovers and getting all these views, and everybody knows his car because it's liveried up and we've driven with him, we know him, should he be allowed to do events? Like, should he be shunned from drifting events? Or should drivers that do that partake in, even though we all agree that they're freaking stupid? I mean, well, maybe we don't all agree, but my
No, I
opinion
don't think
straight-
everybody agrees. That's the problem.
But what I'm saying is, so what is your opinion on, should there be a recourse for those drivers?
Well, if you take the words from Chelsea Denofa, they should punch them in the face.
Okay, but that's Chelsea. I'm asking you guys. What do you
Okay.
guys think? You think there should be a recourse action for those?
I don't think they
guys?
should be shunned from events, maybe competitions, but not like events in general, because you're taking away that option from them where they could just eventually maybe see the light and be like, you know what,
I
should just
agree
stick
with
to-
that. I think you're that's I actually never even thought about that. I agree with Noel. I think they should be not allowed to compete.
Well, let me write this down.
It's kind of weird. Me and Noel don't agree.
I know, I'm like,
I believe that they should not be able to compete, but they should be allowed to do fun competitions and all that, because that gives them an outlet if that's what they really want to
So
do.
not fun, like.
But they should be not allowed to
competitions.
compete in
Not allowed to
clutch
compete.
kickers. Shouldn't be allowed to any competition. They shouldn't be allowed to compete.
Just do fun days and practice.
Because fun days. I mean, honestly, you got all sorts of kind of people at fun days. I mean, I think real drifting, honestly, the hardcore drifters are the guys that are competing. Those are the guys that are really going out there. I mean, you see how many private days are going on in OSW.
Oh, right.
Those guys are just only going to private days at OSW.
right,
They're not drifting any other events. They're not going to competitions.
right.
They're just only doing their private days, and they're happy.
Okay.
So there's a lot of drifters out there that aren't really, I would consider real drifters. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but like there are some drifters out there that, I mean, they're going out there in their competition car.
Well, yeah,
making
that
these videos, doing street takeovers, street drifting. Like I said, there's a difference between street drifting, which I still think if you're competing in any circuit or any competition,
you shouldn't be doing.
I think there is a rule of ethics, that a professionalism, that if you really want to be taken seriously, it's more about, it's not about having YouTube followers and people following you. So you're doing these things just to gain attention.
Yeah.
You're gaining attention, but this is my opinion, you're gaining attention for the wrong way. And I think that if you are serious about competing, and if you're going to do these straight takeovers, then if you're going to do it and you just feel like you have to do it in an unmarked car. And
Well, you got to remember the guy that you're talking about. I know that
one of the guys I've seen a few.
The guy you're talking about is a YouTuber. I mean, he posts repeatedly on YouTube.
So it's just about his content.
Yeah, it's a content generation for him.
Right.
I think
Which
I think
find
is what
even
he
worse.
which I think is why he does it. I mean, that's the only reason I would assume why he does it. It's an easy way to get constant content.
But at what expense? So at that expense,
No, I mean, you kill somebody just from being stupid. I mean, you sent me that video. The guys riding the freaking plastic K rails behind. I mean, they could have really hurt themselves. I
Yeah.
mean, you're stupid. You hurt yourself. That's fine. That's your own accord. But honestly, I mean, you heard what happened down in Miami with the head.
Yeah.
You had literally people's heads rolling around on the ground.
Gross.
It was disgusting.
Right.
You
So
know,
but beyond the danger, it's the representation, right? And I talk about this and some other stuff that when I talk to, like, because I do Sunday school with the kids and stuff, and a lot of
Yeah.
times they're talking about representing yourself a certain way.
Mhm.
And I think that is a life lesson for everybody. That just like Apple, and I use Apple as an example because one of the things that Apple does as far as the Apple store is, well, I don't know if they do anymore, but they used to tell their employees, do not wear our shirt until you get in the store, because if you put our shirt on as an Apple employee, you are representing us wherever you go.
Yeah.
You're right.
And with the drifting, especially and more so the well-known guys, but that livery is like that representation. It's representing your own name. You are representing drifting.
Yeah, so I get what you're saying, because like he's not in a Charger or
Right.
or anything like that
Exactly.
doing takeovers. That is a straight drift car, is what it's got a drift livery on it, and yes,
Sponsors on it.
sponsors. It's got freaking sponsors on it,
Mm-hmm.
and he's out there doing. I mean, I haven't seen him do takeover. You're saying you've seen him do takeovers?
No, I'm not saying I've heard.
Oh, okay.
I haven't seen it firsthand. That's why I said I'm not going to put out names.
Yeah.
But I have seen other drivers that I'm not going to mention, and their car.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
there's been footage of them doing takeovers.
Oh, really?
Right.
Maybe not recently, but in the past.
Yeah.
And I mean, just to go, this actually happened, maybe not to the same extent, but years and years ago in Japan, where Naoki Nakamura, which is now the 2021 D1 champion, but he was banned from D1 because he was
did
street drifting.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this is not something that's unheard of.
Yeah, so
No.
he was banned for
And he was
X
very,
amount of
very-
years.
Yeah.
It was like, and I'm pretty sure he had to pay a pretty penny to come back in because D1 was talking about permanent ban. But I was like, wow, he came back. He even won a championship. But that's besides the point. Is the fact is D1 took action
Stance.
towards his own
They
actions.
addressed it.
Yeah, they addressed it. There you go.
Yeah, and when Formula Drift, did they have that clause for their drivers, their pro drivers, like Von Gittin going out there and doing, or Chelsea? Well, Chelsea ain't going to be doing that, but anyway,
You mean Chelsea
any
did do
Formula
that.
Drift pro driver or
Chelsea did
Huh?
slide on the highway.
okay, that was
Yeah.
that was for a pizza video. He was delivering pizza. Okay, he was in a hurry. Okay, so he has an out, and that was on a closed circuit. Right.
Yeah.
But anyways, like I said, there's a difference. I think there's a big difference between street drifting because
Well, I mean, I'm sure you can pull up a case that somebody got hurt in street drifting.
Yeah.
But
Yes.
the opportunity for someone really getting hurt in street drifting other than takeover events where somebody's always constantly trying to walk into the car.
well, and it's not even what I'm saying is
Yeah.
the thing with the street
It's crazy.
takeovers that really distinguishes the two is the goal of, from what I understand, of a takeover is to to stop traffic, right?
Well,
to make
I
a
think the lot-
spectacle of it.
a lot of the
It's
ones are-
antisocial.
A lot of the
Is
ones,
what
a
it
lot of
is.
the ones around here really don't take them in place that I've seen in the middle of the road. They take place either on a gas station, some open tarmac, open
I don't know. I
asphalt.
drive around a
intersections.
lot and I see donut marks on,
Yeah.
on a lot of major intersections and on 595
Oh,
and
really?
95.
Yep.
Yeah, if you
Yep.
just start paying attention and look at the ground,
Mhm.
you'll see I-95. Well, they'll have like a ton of donut marks in the middle.
Mhm.
of
I've never
I-95.
ran into
I've
it.
seen that.
Well, then we don't really. We're
Sure, they're not Ultima spinning out.
Yeah,
Oh,
it could be a
that's
lot
good
of
Oh,
point. I
Ultimas.
didn't
yeah.
think about that. Yeah,
You
maybe
gotta-
you're right.
Doing front wheel drive burnouts. Yeah,
Yeah.
Right. That just
Yeah.
makes my whole argument invalid. No, it's the Ultima's fault.
it always.
So,
is.
but I just wanted to get you guys' sense. But so, from what I understand, I think that's a pretty, like I want to say ingenious because your head will explode. But I think that's
I think that's a good idea.
I think that's a great way to look at it, or a way to hold drivers accountable. Is like, okay, you can go out there and we won't shun you from like the practice days, so that way at least you're trying to give them an outlet for the drifting.
Mhm.
But when it comes to competition, sorry, buddy, if you're
Mhm.
going to be doing this and you're going to be acting the fool on the streets
Mhm.
and promoting it,
Mhm.
then you shouldn't be allowed to compete.
Right.
There
But
has to be some recourse of action.
But I also believe, yes, ban them for a certain amount of time,
Right.
Because I always believe in forgiveness. Like, hey, people change over time, so
Absolutely.
maybe 2 years down the road you could come back.
I wouldn't even
Or
say that
petition,
long. I would
you know?
just say, listen,
A long time.
right? Yeah, like you're gonna have to sit out this competition next season. You can compete again as long as you're not acting a fool. I mean, the thing is
Okay.
these drivers, they're putting themselves out there. We know their cars. Like I said,
Yeah.
if they're like in a Challenger and they're not posting up, I mean, hey, then we don't know, right?
Yeah,
Then
yeah.
If you don't know, who cares? But it's the point that certain cars and certain drivers are known in the drifting.
Well, I mean,
unit,
look, think
and
about
it gives.
think about this.
It validates
Think about
the takeovers as a drifting event.
Well, I mean, think about this. Everybody thinks of Challengers and Chargers as takeover cars, right? Pretty
Well,
much,
kinda are.
right? That and G35s. G35s,
Yeah,
or there's
yeah,
a ton of
yeah.
G35s that I see. So G35, Challengers, Chargers,
Mustang?
those maybe I don't see a lot of Mustangs in them, but
They
either
don't
way,
do so
but
much,
either way,
but
get,
they
you
do
get what
run
I'm
people
saying.
over a lot.
When you're seeing that car, now you're starting to associate drift car with takeover. So this is the worst kind.
Yeah.
This is the worst kind of thing that happened. I think Chelsea solved that and he'd probably flip out.
Wait,
Yeah.
but do you think it's possible that then if people want to get into drifting, they got to see that the Challengers and the Chargers are used for takeovers, and they're going to want to choose the Challenger and a takeover to go drifting?
No, I don't
that
think
what you're
I don't think
saying?
anybody is worried about somebody seeing takeovers and picking their drift car. I think what everybody's worried about is some news organization or some official in the government seeing this or wanting to do something against this, and then when a drift event comes up, they say, "No, you can't do it at our fairgrounds because we don't want to support that."
Right.
Yeah, it's
That's
already
what I think
happening.
is really, yeah.
It's already happening. There's news outlets already talking about this as it's drifting, and it's not. And
Well, thank God they called it a takeover because that's
Yeah.
one thing we got going for us. And thank God they love Chargers because we don't drift Chargers.
yeah, we don't need.
So
to,
I think as long as we keep it, they're drifting or they're doing donuts and Chargers, and they're not calling it drifting. We're good. But now the fact that we have drifters getting involved with takeovers in their drift cars,
Yeah.
now that's where we really need to draw the line, I think, and say, dude, no.
We got a comment in the chat from world famous Chris Jackson who writes,
Oh, nice.
"The guys with big social media accounts that still promote takeovers need to stop."
I agree
Yeah,
with that.
I
agree as
100%
well.
agree. I think takeovers are ridiculous. I think you know, and sometimes I thought, one time I thought to myself is, if street takeovers were never associated with drifting, like if they didn't have that association, would I care so much?
No.
And I probably wouldn't. I would still think it's stupid and
Yeah.
people shouldn't do it, and I wouldn't want to be there because I just see it just stupid.
Yeah.
I can't even describe it in ways, but would I care as much? I probably wouldn't. In all
Right.
reality, because
You know,
I don't
kids-
like the negative association it gives drifting.
Young people are going to be stupid. They're going to do stupid things. So there's nothing you can control about that. Just keeping drifting out of that is what's important, I feel. And
Stupid
you know,
is as stupid does.
Right.
you got to do some stupid things. Hey, natural selection, buddy.
Oh.
Natural selection.
Yeah.
I
It
believe
happens a
in.
lot there.
I believe in getting rid of all the school zones. Okay,
Yeah.
we got to get rid
Only
of
a
all the
strong
school
survives.
zones.
Hey,
all.
don't go off on a
I'm
tangent.
just saying.
Yeah.
Oh, this is
Interesting.
getting crazy.
All right, so that was what I want to talk about, and I appreciate you guys.
Okay,
input.
now my turn.
Now Paul's turn.
Turn it on, buddy.
Okay, let me go ahead and switch over to this. Now, what the heck is this?
I found this the other day, and it's hilarious. You got to play the video.
I am scared of
Thor
it.
Is
exhaust.
there any music to worry
Yeah, there's a
about?
video. No, come on.
Yeah, is there any music that?
Oh,
Well,
shut
and
up.
they can click on the site and see everything,
Yeah,
so
come
it
on,
shouldn't have
no.
any kind of copyright issues.
Yeah, no, because
So which
Just-
video?
no, not the app.
There's
no.
an app. Okay.
No,
Thor
not the
exhaust.
smartwatch.
Smartwatch.
Not the smartwatch. No,
Oh,
keep
come
on going.
I have a bad feeling.
No,
about
no,
this.
not that either. Frick.
Okay.
Not that. No,
Some guys just
no.
standing
What are
around.
you? What the hell is this?
Yeah,
No,
what
go
is
down.
this?
Go down. Go down.
Down.
Go down. Go down. Go down.
What do you want? What do we? You were just on a video.
Yeah.
Go to the homepage.
This is wait, hang on. This is home.
Go-
This is one page.
They don't have like a video right up front. I thought they had the.
Did you review this?
Yes,
beforehand?
yes. Well, hold on.
Yeah,
Go all the way
such
down.
A great topic.
No, watch it. This. So what it is? So what
Oh,
it
now
is?
he's
No.
gonna explain it.
There's got to be a video commercial.
Yeah, no. Just look up video. Look up Thor.
Just one of those.
Just click one of those.
Okay.
Let's pick a car that we know.
Oh no, those are the sounds. Those are the sounds that they recorded. No,
Okay,
you
go down
got to
to
look up
auto.
Thor. Look at the Thor.
Go down. What's that?
Go
right there?
down, go down, down,
Thor
down, down.
exhaust system installation instructions.
No, I don't want that. I don't know why they don't
Thor
have a
update
promo
app.
video. Go down.
Hmm.
Go. Yeah.
Okay.
Go to
The
work examples. Keep on going. Keep on
Thor
going.
Porsche, Thor BMW.
This is so stupid now.
These are just
There you
called
go.
Working what
No, just go back and search this. I don't know.
about the system?
Yeah, just
So
search a video.
what does that say?
Let's see what this
it's
is.
in Russia.
Hang on.
Oh. So
Ah.
it's good. You know it's good.
So let me. I'll explain it, and
Can
then
we
we'll play
just read
video.
it? Thor represents one or two super. I can't read that far away.
No, no.
Okay,
Super
one or-
powerful loudspeakers housed in what?
Spheroidal. Yeah.
Spheroidal structures made of titanium steel alloy. It is a speaker exhaust system.
What?
It's a speaker exhaust system. You can have your car sound like a Ferrari one day. You can have your car sound like a
No.
TRX.
Oh, we got to find a video
You
on
can,
this.
yeah, come on. That's what I said. Find the video. You can even have your car sound like an EV, like
No, you
the
can't.
Jetsons car.
Why would you want?
You can have your car sound like the Jetsons car.
So you have to pull up a YouTube video.
Yeah, come on. That's why Ben. I
Well,
thought.
you didn't prepare it. You just.
Well, I sent
You
Ben.
just sent me the link.
I
To
sent
the
you. I
website.
sent you the link a month ago.
To the website. It's here.
Okay, hey,
Mission accomplished.
on the
Go to-
top
go to-
on the top of the page it says video.
We
Click
just
on
did that already.
Yeah, we
Go to
did that.
operate. Go.
Well, just do.
Watch.
There's a smartwatch.
Do
What
do,
the-
do
Sound
the
setting.
sound
No,
of,
just
you know,
search.
Thor
so you
exhaust
don't
system
have to-
installation instructions.
What do we look at the ad? Just
Let's
that.
go back to the installation instructions. I want to see how it installs. Let's see what this.
Yeah. And then click the YouTube link so we can go over there after.
Setup instructions.
To install Thor electronic exhaust system, you need to perform 4 simple steps.
I guess they don't speak English.
No, they got Google Translate. All right.
Look at that sucker.
Wow.
I'm gonna get 14 of them and put them on my roof.
The package includes electronic control unit,
I'm
1
gonna
or
change
2
my
loudspeakers,
exhaust
connecting
in the-
cables and harnesses,
Oh,
and
if I get
installation
like a
manual.
pit
Wait,
bike-
hold
if
on.
I get a
Pause
pit
it,
First
bike-
pause
step
it, pause
is
it,
mounting
pause
the speaker
Wow.
acoustic
Dude, can you
system
play? Just
underneath
click
the
it.
car.
Clicking.
To
Okay,
do
well,
this,
let's watch
first
it.
define a suitable space at the rear, correctly locate the loudspeaker, and then securely fix it. The loudspeaker is installed with the flare end down in the direction opposite to vehicle motion. Also, please note that the loudspeaker must be fixed higher than the car's road clearance.
That would be a great gag to put on somebody's car. Probably expensive.
Just
though.
listen.
Securely fasten the speaker acoustic system underneath the car bottom. The loudspeaker should not contact any of other car units.
Okay. This looks like a Star Wars toy.
These aren't the droids you're looking for.
These aren't the droids you're looking for.
Connect the Thor control unit to CAN bus and car power circuit.
Well, they did all this and they couldn't get a.
On the third step, you need to connect all the components of the system. Connect the main harness of the speaker acoustic system to the control unit cable located in the car interior.
What, how, do
To
they have a
operate your
spawner
exhaust
car for that?
system via smartphone, just download the official Thor app and pair your mobile device with the electronic control
you can
unit.
pick whatever
All
sound
that
you
is
want.
left to do is select your car model. Operate the system by using the standard car buttons or your smartphone.
Okay, now you got to find a video of it.
How do I-
Okay.
So
We
what I'm
gotta
saying
censor
is
that.
like, does it know what your rev?
Yes, it knows what your gas.
I would put it on a pit bike.
You can't put it on a pit bike.
No,
you
it
need a
needs-
can
it
system.
Yeah, it needs to have a can
Yeah.
system.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like any modern car.
Any modern car. So
Yeah.
you can put it on your truck. You can
can't
have a
put it on
Ferrari.
golf cart?
No,
No, you
No.
need a can. God,
Why not?
you're so old.
just
Damn.
put it on your truck. Put it on your truck and make it sound like
Yeah.
you know
A Ferrari. Can you
a
please look
2J
this
or
up?
Whatever you know. That'd be cool. You sound like a 2J all
A
day.
DE.
No mufflers.
Oh, are you? I want to hear this.
Yeah, I know. It was really cool. I watched the whole video on it.
So
it's
where's
real-
the video? Why didn't you send him the video?
I thought he could do, look
No,
it up,
you gotta
but
give him.
you know,
You gotta make him research all this.
Okay.
Thor.
How
I
much?
mean, you can't
is
look up
this?
Thor.
You
Come
gotta look
on,
up Thor exhaust.
Thor exhaust system.
Thor
But you could
exhaust.
have your car sound like the Jetsons car. No, that's don't do the
For tuning? Yeah, it has to be this. All right, these are videos.
tuning. So what's the
Okay.
first?
Thor app in
Right,
German.
well, I'm gonna see this because there's a Land
Yeah, there
Cruiser
we go. Okay, yeah.
involved, and
That's Toyota.
I just want to.
Yeah, but it's Russian, so nobody knows.
Yeah, it is Russian, so.
It's Russian. You
All
can't.
right. They put it on.
Ferrari,
Hang on, I gotta. Oops.
Wait, hold on.
Porsche.
That's so stupid. You got to put that on like a smart car. That would be hilarious.
They do. You put it on a Tesla.
Oh, there you go. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I mean, I want
This was
I want
the
to buy like a
groundbreaking topic that you wanted to talk about.
I thought it was going to be hilarious. Go back.
It is hilarious.
It's
The
hilarious.
problem is
Go
you
back.
didn't prep it right.
Well, I just go back. Let's look at another one. Come on,
I'm
come
buying like a beater
Just go
Civic
back.
and just
Watch, it's like $800.
on. Oh, it's probably.
I might as well buy
I would say it's more than $800.
No, it
Go
can't be.
down to just the 3 years ago electronic
Down
car
on the bottom left.
exhaust.
Yeah.
Yeah, it obviously this is 3 years old, so it didn't take off very well.
That's the
Installation.
video we saw.
Okay, active.
Maybe this one.
Oh,
all right
Again,
tonight.
more music again.
Oh, they're welding. What are they welding?
I don't know.
They're putting it together. Like
Turn it on.
The whole the product before shipping it out.
That's an EV. That's an electric
No,
car.
that's a hybrid. Those
No.
have a 3-cylinder.
Really? Oh, now it's got a Ferrari.
That's so stupid.
Okay.
But like,
See?
I want.
I want this so
I
bad.
want to put it like on a, but I want to be able to put it like on a. There's got to be a way you got to put it on like on a pit bike or something stupid like that.
Oh, I'm sure you could do something, but
Wow.
I thought it was amazing. So if they've already went out of business, I'm sure we could pick up some models on eBay that were sold or they liquidated. So we need to get I want to get 10 of them and put them on the roof, and then change the engine sounds all throughout my driving my G35.
Interesting.
Maybe it'll get over the VQ sound.
Yeah. Now, Ben, do you have another
Yeah,
topic
without
for us?
swapping. That's
Yeah, I gotta
Cost
set.
effective.
I gotta set that up.
Okay. Well, so I have another topic, but it requires your help.
Oh, really?
What's your topic?
Okay.
Well, I wanted
Oh,
to do
that's right.
Noel the Car Fairy.
That's right.
Oh.
Yeah.
Do you have the links?
No, I was just gonna. I was looking through a bunch of stuff. I figured the best thing to do is just go on Facebook Marketplace and search drift car.
Ah.
Okay.
All right.
That was the easiest way to do it because there was a couple but it was like, yeah, I got lazy. I was driving around so much this weekend I didn't get a chance to prep. I apologize.
What? What'd you
So
do?
because as a Spark Speed Shop, he hasn't been updating his site. So I figured let's do Noel the Car Fairy. Let's type up drift car in Facebook Marketplace.
Oh yeah. That's
and
a
let's
good
see
idea.
what pops up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
can you do that, Ben?
It keeps asking me to log in.
Of course
Oh.
it does.
Oh,
Wait, no. Before I didn't need to. What's going
How
on with
could you-
Facebook? Why is it doing this?
I don't know.
How you always have to log into Facebook in order to.
What about offer up?
Yeah, just do offer up.
Okay.
Can you
Can
do
you go offer up
from
on
the
the-
computer? From the pooter?
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
maybe.
Offer
There you go.
uploads.
Let's get it.
Okay.
All
We're
right.
here.
Let's
Okay,
see
what
what we
is
got.
the drift car of the week?
Drift car. Let's
the month.
type a drift car and we'll see if we could.
Okay.
pick a
Hang
couple.
on. Now let's do.
Tim is just trying to sell his car. He reposted it on offer up.
Okay,
All right.
drift car. So
hold it. There's procedures here that I gotta get set up
Ah.
for, and then I'm gonna go here, and it's.
I
time.
like the speed.
It's time for
blitz.
another rendition of No the Car Fairy. Haha, that's cool.
okay.
This is our recurring segment where we have No the Car Fairy give you car buying advice.
So let's.
I
Scan.
see a lot of
Noel,
RC
start
cars.
scanning and pick.
Hey,
one. Pick
well,
one.
change it.
Well-
Filter it by car and
Vehicle.
truck.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so you
right
can.
now it's like
Yeah, on the
cars
left hand
and
side. Show more. Or actually, vehicles should do it.
Okay.
There we go.
everything.
Okay, there we
that's
go.
better. Okay,
Yeah.
so vehicle.
Okay.
So go ahead
And let's filter it by a price range too. Let's
no,
go.
No price range.
Yeah. Because we got way too many.
No price range. No
we got-
price
we-
range.
We,
That's
got,
fine.
we have
No.
RC cars. Can you filter at least to 1,000 minimum?
Oh,
Put 1,000
okay.
minimum.
Minimum 1,000. Okay, there you go.
Sheesh, Paul.
You guys don't know how to do this. I swear. I should fire all of you.
All right, still RC cars. But that's
Damn,
fine.
what is an expensive RC car?
Okay, all right. No,
Well, that's an ad.
there's
an
plenty of there's
There we go,
there's
there we
a good
go.
set of drift cars. So go ahead.
I
What-
like that.
It's a lot of BMWs and Miatas.
Okay, so,
So-
we're gonna
Pick one.
pick one.
What do you mean? I see
Pick
a
one,
Pick one and we'll click
350Z.
on.
I see.
There's a 350.
I see a Tibron. What the hell is there a Tibron in there?
pick one. No,
I see an Ultima too.
I see a
Fine,
G37.
I'm gonna pick this one. You're taking
'Cause-
forever.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I wanted to make sure. All right, for $3,500, let's take a look at the description of the vehicle.
You want to look at the pictures first?
It's
You
good
wanna- yeah.
condition.
Yeah,
Well, I
that's the
want-
description.
Let's
I
see
always-
the pictures first. Let's no.
Oh, okay,
Well, yeah, let's look at the pictures.
Okay,
Yeah,
let's
look
go
at
through
that.
the picture.
Pictures are worth 1,000 words. Okay, it's got a back seat. and
Oh
looks
man,
like
that guy's lean back.
Oh, he leaned back. Thug life.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, we
Oh, it's got an engine.
It's all there from what we can see.
Hey, that can't be a drift car. Oh, wait, it is.
It's got a nice.
Got a
looking-
shifter.
Yeah,
That's a nice shifter.
yeah, it's a
too.
nice shifter. Okay, all right. That
Paint
doesn't
peel
show
on
much
the roof.
there.
That looks like an E36.
It is an
oh, it's
E36.
Well,
Yeah, it is
an
an E36.
E36.
No, it's a 36.
What the hell's wrong with you?
Nothing. A whole lot. But anyways, okay, so kind of beat up.
Looks good from the
Okay.
back.
All right, all right.
Looks
Now
terrible
we go
from
to-
the front.
Now you go to description.
All right, let's see what it says here.
Who's
Seymour,
Seymour?
Bilston
It never
V8
drifted.
suspension.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Never drifted.
It's a manual swap.
No, it's
so,
a 5-speed manual.
Oh, God.
Exclamation points.
Okay. Chassis mounted shifter. Okay. Never drifted. BS. Needs a paint job. That's obvious. Engine perfect. No oil leaks. New spark plug. Sunroof vents don't open. Okay, that's fine. Passenger window doesn't go down. It's a drift car. Anyway.
So-
Okay.
So what's this one?
3,500.
Think it's worth it?
Look, the way cars are going up in price right now, $3,500. I
And it
mean,
runs.
Really?
it runs. Yeah. Have you not seen what E36 is?
There you
So
go.
he says he has an
Go.
M3 ZF transmission, or is it just a ZF transmission? Because an M3 ZF and a regular ZF, they're not the same.
Yeah. So I mean, how
Did
do
he
you,
really swap in an M3 transmission?
yeah? How do we verify that? And is it the
Go up, man.
US spec M3 or the European spec? The European spec had a 6-speed
Go
for
up.
the E36.
Okay.
We got the 5-speed.
It's got 259,000 miles. I don't know,
Guys,
buddy.
Guys, it's a drift car.
Okay, let's go
Yeah,
on
but
to-
it's a
let's-
BMW.
Let's go on
It
to
really
another one.
ain't.
Looks like if you
Yeah.
go down, you can.
No, let's
there's-
just- let's go-
No, look, watch.
Oh,
Go down. Go
God.
down. Look.
Oh,
Yeah,
look-
no, those are not good ones.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Go
Yeah,
back.
you're
He's right. He's right.
God.
Yeah.
Shut up.
Okay. All right. So for $3,500, it seems like a bargain, but it's kind of iffy because of the mileage, right?
Okay, let's look. Let's pick up
Something similar. Something similar.
Let's go.
What about that yellow one?
Similar in price.
No, that's $10,000.
No, but let's look at it.
Well, let's look at it for $10,000.
Let's see what you get for $10,000.
The thing is, Miatas are going up like crazy.
Look, it's got a body kit.
Yeah.
It looks pretty good. For
It's got 0 miles. That's already worth the price right there.
It's clean title.
It's never
I mean,
been driven. All right. Ooh, it's
Ooh,
turbo.
Turbo.
Wow.
Kirby
All right.
ski.
All right.
Turbski there. Scoot, 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 scoot.
Okay. So
That's
another
clean.
Clean
engine
engine bay.
Yeah, it looks like
Matching
he's got
valve
everything.
covers.
He's a
tucked.
street duke.
Oh.
Oh,
Does that
street
mean he
juke?
does he mean take
Street juke.
Does he poop in the street?
I think it was
took a
juke.
street duke.
I think it was street juke.
Oh, street
All
juke.
right,
Okay.
so it's a lot of the front end. What's up with the rear? Oh, it's a flying Miata.
Wait. Hold on. What the intercooler says FM?
Yeah, flying
Like-
Miata.
Flying
Oh,
mount.
flying Miata. I
Yeah.
thought it was the front
If
mount.
that's the whole kit, that's really the best turbo kit you could buy
Yeah,
for a
because the
Miata.
tuning and everything is already set, so it's a solid kit. Okay, let's
Yeah.
see.
Okay, let's go down
and
to the
it's, and it's
description.
all quality stuff. Let's
3 days ago,
That's
Boca
not
Raton.
bad for $10,000.
1990 Miata drift car. So it's a
Well,
drift
wait,
car.
hold on. We've never seen him before, and he's local, so
Yeah.
he's definitely not a drift car.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
Ooh.
shit. Wait.
What shit?
What?
And tucked engine bay. He shaved, and
Shaved
tucked.
and tucked, like you
Yeah.
said. The engine bay looks super clean, so he shaved all the wire.
Thought it meant something else, but all right.
Of course, the Miata guy
Oh,
would
yeah,
be shaved and tucked.
He definitely shaves and tucks. He definitely shaves and tucks.
All right, it's got a welded diff.
That's so
Aero
correct.
fab knuckles, destroyer dive front and rear lower control arms, flying Miata intercooler. Oh, it's just the intercooler. And coolant reroute, CX racing top
Stop out,
racing
manifold.
manifold. Okay, dual ceramic
Bar
ball.
ball bearing.
Oh, yeah, but it's still CX. Well, but it's a 2860, so it's not like huge. So
Right.
it's good for that little
Right.
motor. Fab 9 coil on plug, I guess he meant. Conversion, link ECU, treasure close
It's got a
Miata.
link ECU is good.
Fake brid.
Fake
Okay.
bread.
Fake bread seats.
All right, Takata 6-point harness. We'll trade for E36, Z32 FRS, or C5.
So should I trade it for my?
Wait, a Z30.
That's
Wait,
a pretty
Z32?
wide range of cars.
Why
you could trade
Z32?
for.
Why is E32?
Maybe he just likes Z32s.
You mean Z33s?
Who knows? He probably, probably the button, like his finger went, whoops.
All right. So what do you think about that? Do you think that's a good deal for 10 grand?
Would
Have
you
you
trade? Would you trade a C5 for it?
I wouldn't trade a C5 for it. But have you seen what Miatas are going for now? It's
What you could do is
It's
buy the
nuts.
E36 and trade them.
This car's already pretty much done. This car's already done for. I mean, you're gonna spend that kind of money or more getting all that stuff on
That
there.
point.
He didn't mention what kind of coilovers he has, did he?
Nah.
I mean, it's probably just
Yeah. I
pretty
don't see
low.
it. Yeah.
Okay. All right, let's pick one more.
Okay, in between 10 and
Yeah. Something
35.
like around like
18.5.
18.
What the G35?
What the hell,
The blue
no.
one, that doesn't really say drift car though. It doesn't look like a
Now
drift
go down.
car.
Oh, you see, I told
Hey,
you,
go
Tim.
down a little bit. Go down
I
a little
told
bit.
you. I told
Oh,
you.
look at that.
I told you. Wow, look at that. Oh, God. Hey. See, I told you this was a
No,
setup.
don't
This
click
is a
that.
setup. It's a setup.
What is this?
Yeah, that guy's asking way too much. Somebody
Yeah,
should still buy it.
that is absolutely.
Somebody
way
should
too
still
much.
buy it. Oh, is it a TV show? Wow, that's worth a lot of money right there.
Oh man.
You're
No,
in
how
the-
do you rate this?
Yeah, 106,000 miles. Well, that's not
What's
bad.
up with
But
the shifter?
You mean
That's the
that's the
handbrake.
That's the handbrake.
Oh, no, the shifter. What's up with it?
oh, like the boot.
Oh yes, I think it looks like a Marvel comic.
Hey,
kinda, too.
It
That's
looks
my-
like, or you just
That
know
guy,
what it is?
that guy stole my freaking ratchet wrench. I see that. That's mine.
Oh, I wonder if it's in my car.
That is it. You freaking jerk.
I wonder if it's in my car.
That's the one I told you stole from me.
I didn't steal it.
Yeah, I told you stole it from me. That's the, oh my God.
We have solved the case.
No,
That's it. I know it's mine because mine's nice and clean. Yours is all dirty. Look how clean it is.
that's
it.
that's it must be in my car. I never looked in my car.
You told me you did.
I looked in my truck.
Oh my.
I didn't look in my
It was-
car.
yeah, you brought your car over, dumbass.
You're right.
Oh
I
my
did bring my car over. I
God.
didn't even think about looking in my car. I'm getting.
I almost bought one
Go
again.
buy one.
Yeah,
Go buy
give me
one.
my freaking thing back.
I wanted one. I wanted one for
God,
each
man.
hand. So I could
Jeez.
with 2 hands. That'd be great.
Man, I can't believe this. I'm so glad we did this.
You can.
Jeez.
Oh man,
I can't
it's getting
believe
hot in here.
it.
I'll tell you that.
I'll tell you what. 350Zs, I think they topped out already for what people are going to be paying for them, and now they're starting to come back down a little bit.
Yeah.
And yeah, 15 grand. I'm sorry, buddy. It's
Wait, you haven't even
It's
seen
an
the
HR.
description for
It's
crying
got a-
out loud. Why
it's-
you
I know,
doing
you
the
haven't-
clearances? What's the matter
It
with
has
you?
a roll
Okay.
cage in it. Come on.
that's a
And didn't you know the car comes with a ratchet, a clean ratchet?
And a signed steering wheel from Michelle Rodriguez,
Ooh.
and a signed helmet.
there it is. That's
Oh, let's read that description. It's a good description.
all right.
Let's
Selling
see.
my practice car to fund my other project. I already don't want to buy it. This is a drift car, but can be a daily if you add a muffler and change out the diff and raise the coilovers.
No, you can be daily unwelded.
Yeah, it sucks though.
Wow. So does your mom.
Damn, bro.
Wow, that's bad.
We're in public, man. Come on.
Go ahead, keep
All
going.
right, AC is ice cold. Okay, that's the first one
It
that
is.
mentioned AC. The first one that
Yeah.
mentioned AC. So that's already starting to sell me a little bit.
Mhm.
Car is tuned on E85 and puts down 319 horsepower.
So you can only go to one gas station in the
Yeah,
in the
that's a
city.
problem for me. You know, like yeah, 93 would have been good. Has D2 coilovers. How long has D2?
Forever. They've been around forever.
Yeah,
Keep
but
going.
I don't even remember.
They're well established in the drift community. Come on, keep going.
I don't remember.
Keep going. Keep going.
Anyway, all adjustable rear links, cool GK Tech truck angle kit.
Oh, I gotta fix that. Wow, GK Tech. Oh, you know what?
He was
That was
focused-
voice to text. I
He
guess.
was still lowering his truck.
That's
at the
why I
time.
haven't
Yeah.
sold it. Because at least it's a truck angle kit. Okay, keep going.
4-point roll cage.
Ooh, that's not lying.
I mean, that's cool, but I mean, like, who?
Shut up. Keep going.
You're keeping it. Come on.
I am.
And a lot of other mods. Well,
Uh-huh.
what are they?
I got tired of writing.
This car was on a TV show,
Getaway
Driver on Discovery Channel. And I'm also including the Sparkle steering wheel signed by Michelle Rodriguez.
Comes with a few extra parts.
That's yeah, it comes with a few extra parts. The only thing not included are the Nah, that's it. I want those wheels, man. They got to come with the car.
No, not happening.
Yeah.
Okay, so no conclusion. Your thoughts on the vehicle?
Well, he mentioned AC, and I'm fat, so that's already selling me.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
I'm willing to pay the extra $5,000 for that. But in all honesty, man, with the prices of Miatas rising, and that car being you're gonna pay more than that to get it to where it's at. I think that Miata is really where it's at.
Yeah, I mean, I do have it for 13.5 on Facebook
Yeah.
Marketplace. I forgot to update this.
Well,
one.
I'm not really counting your car because I already know what's happening.
Yeah, we
with
got to
it.
find another car. So go back.
So,
Mhm.
yeah,
You got to find a car in between the Miata, which I think we have a bunch of comments
There's
in the
E36.
there's a E36
a
drift car
boat.
for
I see a boat.
$2,700.
I see a boat.
$2,700.
Wait, you were supposed to find something in between.
Yeah, that's below.
Yeah, that's below, buddy.
I go back. Let's
Yeah.
see here.
Still a good deal, man.
No, something in between, something in between.
Let's see here.
I think
What's
the
that?
Miata-
What's that 240SI? Oh,
That
that's
guy's
coilovers.
smoking with the freaking G37. 23?
Well, what about the 18.5? You want to look at that? Well, what's the
There's
Enos Roadster? Well, that's no,
What
What?
that one right
is,
there.
is it? Is it a
no.
real Eunice? Let's see. All right. Well,
Well, that's a PBRR.
yeah.
Hmm.
And it's
Oh.
drifting.
Hey, we saw. Yeah, it's turbo. We saw that car last.
Oh.
Well, it was turbo.
Oh, he's showing the
Oh, there it
build.
is.
Oh,
Wow.
Okay.
What's with all the Miatas?
Okay.
Because now they're going up so crazy in price. People are selling them for a profit.
Oh, well.
so okay,
So-
so it's 1989, right? So
Yeah.
I'm not way off my pricing. It's a 1.6 Miata.
Yeah.
He
It's a
does have
right-hand drive Miata.
Yeah. That. And some people that might mean something to them. Like. But honestly, there's so many Miatas in the world that it's just like.
Okay.
I don't know. I honestly, I would really go with that yellow car. Honestly, with
The
if
Miata?
I mean if money
that
wasn't
list, right.
yeah, if money wasn't a problem, that would definitely be the car because like I've mentioned before, Miatas are going up in price. It's already built. You're gonna spend that or more
It's nice looking.
on a car. It looks good,
Mm-hmm.
and it's got quality parts.
Got angled
That
kit.
turbo kit could be a little bit better, but I mean,
And what's really good about it is our boy Ralph has one, and then you guys could really hang out together.
oh yeah,
Mm.
well.
I love Ralphie.
Yeah, I haven't hung out with him in a while. Maybe it's because I don't have a Miata anymore.
That could be why.
Yeah.
Oh, what is this here?
Okay, so
Oh.
this is what I wanted to talk about, and oh my gosh, I just missed all these comments that just popped up.
Yeah.
Let's
Okay.
touch on them before
My apologies. Ryan Deering joined in, and he writes, "Can you play music from it too? Would it be nice for?"
He's talking about the
entertainment?"
Thor
The
exhaust.
Thor. Oh, that's
Exhaust.
way back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would be interesting if it could play music.
I'm sure it could. Why not?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
you play your favorite
programmable.
chip
It has an application and a smartwatch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It could do it all.
Mm.
The 10K Miata is my buddy's car. Actually, has a
Oh.
good angle kit on
Who's
it.
that? Who's that? Ryan?
Ryan Deering. Yeah,
Oh,
okay.
He said
Cool.
all of this.
So it's a testament to
Um,
the car.
Ryan would say he'd do 1.5K on the BMW. Which BMW? I don't know.
The only one we
Um,
pulled up, I think.
It's an actual drift car compared to the other. Street Juke is a West Palm Beach car meet group.
Ah.
Really? Oh,
So I was right. It's called
So
Street
it's not
Juke.
Duke. So he's
No,
not.
I
taking
told you it
dumps in
wasn't
the
Duke.
street. Just saying, some street Dukes.
Okay, and back again. World famous Chris Jackson writes, "He stole my wing." Okay.
I stole his
Oh.
wing.
Oh, what?
I did.
What?
I did. The wing that's on the back of the 350Z. I
Tim,
walked.
you have a
You're
problem.
gonna
You're
sell
stealing-
the car with the wing and his ratchet.
Hey, you got a
Yeah,
thief.
it's like-
You're a thief.
Bro,
Freaking
I'm a
stealing.
klepto. Sorry.
The hell?
Yeah, I actually. He was
The
taking
car's
so
built
long,
with
and
stolen
I
parts.
kind of took the wing. I walked out of the shop as I'm
He's-
taking this, and I painted it too.
He was really trying to live fast and furious
I was.
to the depths.
Yeah.
He was stealing all sorts of kind of things.
and
Yeah,
he was
I was
selling
trying,
it
I was
with
his-
trying to
car.
live the life. I was trying to. I'm trying to.
Steal parts and
Yeah,
overnight.
and then he
He got-
sells
he-
it, makes money on, and gets rid of evidence at the same time. It's incredible.
So he got tired of stealing DVD players.
Yeah.
Yeah.
DVD
So-
players. I mean, nobody watches DVD players anymore, so I figured a
Yeah.
wing be done my next step up.
Stealing wings and stealing ratchets.
Yeah, ratchets and wings.
God.
Sounds like a restaurant.
That's our new drip. That's our new club.
You think about it.
Ratchets
Ratchets
and
and wings.
There you go.
That would be a bad
Yeah,
name for a
there you go.
restaurant.
Perfect.
Yeah, 'cause
Ratchet and wings.
Ratchet means like Noel's family and stuff, right? Ratchet and wings, like hot wings.
Ratchet and wings.
No,
There you go. I got it.
Actually,
I like
it's
it.
kinda catchy.
Why is
I
my
like
family
it.
ratchet?
Ratchet and
I
wings.
don't know, but Ben sure could tell me.
Ben is- all right.
I'll ask Gabby.
Nobody's met anybody except for maybe Milton. But anyway, whatever. That's a whole nother.
We've
just
met
kidding.
him.
Did you?
We've met Milton. Don't worry.
I'm
In
joking.
person.
Your family is a
Besides the
nice
point.
family. It's
Okay.
I had to pick on you because it's fun.
I know.
So ratchets and wings.
it's just
Okay, so Lone
easy.
Star Derp.
Okay, go
Okay,
ahead.
what are we doing here?
So I came across a post that Lone Star Derp put up, and that gave me the inspiration for a segment that we guys should consider doing, and that is something titled along the lines of "Whose fault is it?" Where basically we review drift car crashes,
Okay.
and we choose a side.
Ah,
Who's at
that's
fault?
easy.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
pretty simple.
I like
We've
this.
seen it at
Very
competitions.
confrontational too.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah, I like it.
I like it.
So he starts a fight.
No, I like it though. I like
well,
it.
This is it right here.
Okay,
this
so
is
should we
the
wait, let
video.
me open it up. Boo 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 do 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 do. Whose fault is it anyway?
All right, we're gonna come up with an actual jingle.
Oh, wasn't it good? Oh man.
It was good for the yeah.
All right.
Just leave it alone.
He's totally gonna record that.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go.
That's 2000 versus GTAs. Wow. Is that the S2000? No, it can't be. Oh! Oh my God! Holy cow! That guy.
Wow.
Oh man. Wait,
Whose fault
Oh.
is it anyway?
Let's watch it again.
Yeah, let's.
is there any other views of this? Like, how did this happen? I don't even see an FRS anywhere in front. Oh, there it is. There it is. Oh, oh, he punted him.
It was.
Wait, what did he say?
An expletive.
Oh man. So the S2.
One final time.
That's the first mistake he's running is 2000.
Yeah.
Okay, it stopped. It stopped.
And then the car understeers.
You
And
definitely.
it punts the GTA
Here's the
6.
thing. The car, he was understeering while still on throttle. You could hear the throttle pin down. Still.
Yeah, let's do that again. I want to see. You see.
Like-
yeah.
You want to see it again?
No, let's
wanna hear it.
listen.
Can we
Let's
listen to
listen.
Oh, you want to hear? Oh, okay, all right.
Yeah, well, yeah.
At least that's what I heard.
Let's go back. Play it again.
Yeah, he didn't know how to handle that.
Oh, who's gonna go first? Oh, you go first.
All right, you have seen the evidence. Now you must make your judgment.
Yeah,
Let's
it was-
start with Paul. Paul, who is at fault in that footage?
The S2000, I think.
The
he didn't-
S2000. Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
I think he was.
Why?
Why?
Yes. Why?
Why?
We need to
Okay, yeah.
know.
Okay, yeah. Well,
Why?
first thing, he's driving an S2000,
Okay. One strike, one.
Okay. All right.
and nobody drives an S2000, so he doesn't drive. He doesn't drift. So
Oh, two. He's not a drifter.
therefore,
drives an
he's
S2000.
very
you
inexperienced.
don't. You're not giving a very compelling argument.
Yeah, it's not.
Third reason.
No.
Third reason. Yeah, three
No,
reasons.
no.
Yeah, two.
I
already.
mean, no. I think you can see he was struggling, keeping him sideways. From what I heard on the throttle, and just you can hear it gripping up. And then he didn't know how to steer away from the FRS and send himself sliding right into it. So
Yeah.
No. Your take.
Yeah, I'm going with S2000 on that, and I think it's
Three
because 3 reasons.
Give me 3 reasons.
Okay, he was on throttle. The car was starting to straighten out. It was a good situation to either
pull the knee
completely
brake.
completely bail out, or which is going to be tough because he's moving pretty fast, or pull the handbrake to angle
Reset
the
the
car.
car.
Yeah, exactly. Reset the car, angle up, and also look ahead. Look way far down. You're drifting. You gotta start preparing way ahead of time. In drifting, you have to look really far down the corner, and it's even in road racing, especially in fast cars.
Okay.
Yeah.
You want to know my take on it?
What's your take?
It was the guy running the line.
I like
the
that.
guy,
I
I'm
know
just
why you
saying
did that.
because.
I know where you're saying that.
But I'm just saying, as whoever's running the line, if there wasn't anybody running the line, I didn't
Now,
see
was
anybody
it a
running.
hot lap?
I'll let you talk. Shut up. Now that is one way to look at it, right? Because the guy was spun out sitting there, and he shouldn't have sent the next car because the guy was off the track completely. Aside from the guy running the line not paying attention, because I've done that before, where I've sent cars down and been like, "Oh, whoops," you know, right? I've done it before. So it's a mistake. You get excited, you're seeing your boys, and you let somebody go.
Yeah.
So aside from that, it was definitely S2000's fault. he had more than enough time to bail out. He should have been paying attention, but that's going to come down to lack of experience. So it's just something that's kind of inevitable. That's what makes running the line, somebody that knows what they're doing running the line, so important.
Yeah, but you don't know if it was somebody. You don't even know if they were hot lapping. It looked like they were hot lapping.
It looked
to
like
me.
hot lapping.
No, because he started off. You hear him first gear. It wasn't hot lapping. Watch it again. It was a start line. He took off.
You think so?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
I heard him shift from first into second. He
Where
he
is
did
that
that
at?
sweeper in second gear, and he was running out of gear. He should have went in a third, but he's probably nervous about third. And once you run out of gear, once your wheel speed catches up with the car, you straighten out every time.
Yeah.
Yep, that
Yeah.
is true.
So, but I think there is whoever's running that or whoever was running the line has to share some of the responsibility. But at the end of the day, it is.
I don't know how you
ultimately
could blame it on the
S2000.
FRS guy or the.
Not at all. He was
Yeah.
off the track completely.
It looked like he was off the
The
track. I
Miata should
can't
have never
really.
even came close to him.
Miata.
S2000.
I mean, that's 2000. Sorry, we're
Stuck on that
looking
yellow
at-
Miata.
I'll say if the FRS spun out off of the track and then he looked like he was stopped. But what if he went like way off and then just went up to the edge of the track and waited for the? That's also kind of a dumb move. But we didn't see that.
It doesn't matter.
You know, we didn't
he
see
was
that.
off the track. We don't
Yeah.
know what the layout was either, though.
Yeah.
Maybe that was where the clipping point was. I don't know.
No, the clipping point is here in your garage.
Right here.
Oh, it's in my garage.
Yeah.
It's in my pants.
Come on, now.
Oh God.
I did not say that.
But going back to what you mentioned about the experience, like where do you feel that he lacked that? Because he had to have some experience to drift a S2000.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some experience, but are you talking about
Track awareness.
experience, track awareness? Okay.
Track awareness.
We didn't
Track
really
awareness.
see other.
Because track awareness, we know, like, we don't look at our tachometer. Everything, most of it's by feel. You're listening to the car. You're not looking at the dashboard. Your eyes are out. And if you're drifting, if you have good track awareness, you're looking on where you're going. He was probably not looking. He was probably looking at the outside of, as he was doing a sweeper, probably looking off to his left. And when he came and he started straightening out, that's when he saw the car.
it was
already
too late.
Yeah.
He
didn't
also
have-
didn't. He didn't know what to do. I mean, he should have just pulled the
Yeah.
e-brake and spun out.
Yeah, it's track awareness and a small part of just not knowing car dynamics. You know, like running out of gear, things like that.
This all really comes down to lack of experience. New
Yeah.
guy, unfortunate event.
Oh, we don't know
More
if he's a new guy.
unfortunate for well, you're
He
right.
may,
we
he
don't
may
know
be a
experience.
good seasoned guy, and
Maybe
For
first
some
time in an
reason-
S2000.
I don't know. Yeah, could
if
be
that was something that's been drifted for any amount of time, then that's bad because
Yeah.
he should have any drifter with at least 2 or 3 events underneath their belt should have been well enough aware to see that car parked there in
Yeah.
the middle of the day where there's no walls. It's like there's nothing you can
Yeah.
do. So that's my
What
take.
color was it though? Did it blend into the background?
It was white or silver.
Silver, I think it was silver.
Silver, whatever. It's bright enough to see against a
Yeah.
green field in the background.
Mm.
Before I move on to the next thing, can we get an update on how you're dealing with the Nopi water challenge?
It's kicking in.
It's kicking in.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't give him as much water as I had. That's okay. There wasn't
Bro-
much other show left over.
Yeah, and I had a soda in the car. So
The problem also though is like I really like I had like this massive drink before that I just finished, and then I had to down that as well. So
yeah.
I kind of shot myself in the foot.
No, don't worry. I had a big soda in the truck too. So
I'm not worried.
like,
What makes you think I'm worried?
I'm just saying. I'm in
He's
the
already
same.
peed his pants. There's a puddle underneath
Oh.
him.
I was hoping you
could
didn't
be
notice
why.
that.
Yeah. I just want to highlight Drift E30 in the chat wrote, he's not sliding in third, LOL, not with an S2K. So basically re-emphasizing what you mentioned.
No, he was the
earlier.
second. Yeah,
No.
but I mean he should have gone a third if he could have.
Yeah, if the car had the torque.
I don't think he obviously didn't have the experience because he was just banging on second, and then the wheel speed caught up with him when he came around as he was building speed. But what's the face with that S2000 does pretty good. I mean, we've seen some people with that. Actually,
Yeah.
S2000 is really just not a good chassis to begin with, and that stock setup with coilovers and even with an angle kit, it's just not. But it has the power. I mean, we see people
Hey,
with
people
bone
said
stock
that-
Miatas
people
ride
said- people
the
said that,
wall
but-
on
yeah.
OSW.
I think it's a speed sensitive steering that
And-
makes it really funky more than anything.
I'm sure somebody could figure it out. Hell, I mean, Miatas for the longest time were the worst drift cars.
Also, I'm wondering what kind of tires was he using, right? If he's sliding S Miata, he probably should be running like 215s and putting air in them and let himself get used to the car.
It depends on what Miata, low power Miata. You go on 185s and put like 60 psi.
Right.
It's
But, I
nuts.
mean, we see Jeremy Lowe in a bone stock open diff Miata ride the wall at OSW.
Yep.
So it's definitely
Oh, it's
something that's
doable.
possible with somebody that has experience. But this really, more than anything, this came down with somebody's lack of experience.
Yep. I agree.
And then try and see, that's another thing. That's kind of another topic I want to talk about. One that kind of we can branch off to. You see a lot of people, they want to get into drifting, but they're choosing difficult chassis to begin with.
Right.
Oh, okay.
Right. So if that person was new to drifting, this was second or third event, he's already handicapping himself, right, by picking an S2000 because he's trying to be different, right? We all want to be different. We want to have our own flair.
Correct.
But at what point do you think does that even make sense for a new drifter? Should a new drifter try to be different right off the bat? Like we saw, there was what was his name that had the 300ZX, not, was it 280, whatever it was.
What are you talking about?
I can't remember his name. He still drives it.
Jacob?
Jacob.
Yeah.
He would come out the county line, and I know he's trying to be different with that car, but it was just painful
The
to watch.
Z31.
Yeah, the
The
Z31. Yeah, it was
Z31s.
just so painful to watch.
Yeah, they're not very good at
Right.
all.
So he was kind of shooting himself in the foot. Like he was already starting like not knowing anything, but then he's adding on top of the no experience and not knowing how to drift by just throwing himself in a car that's just
Yeah, I mean,
You're
it's
reminding me of a guy named Phil. I don't know if you remember. I think it was part of Aero K. And
M30.
M30 or M20?
M20. Yeah, M20. You're right.
And an M20.
No, it was M30 because they have VG30s. That's right. I'm
They
sorry.
do? Okay.
Yeah.
okay.
So
So what happened?
what happened was it was just a catastrophic failure. It
Oh.
just didn't.
Well,
it-
so
it-
that-
basically everything that you just highlighted, where you pick the chassis thinking that
and
it might be something.
M30
and it
had
just doesn't
the
work
M30 had trailing arm rear end, very much like
Yeah.
kind of like an E30 but worse.
I drove one with an SR at County Line, and it wasn't too terrible. I did spin out. I mean, I'm not gonna lie about that, but I felt like it was my own mistake more than anything, because I was pushing a little bit hard. But it didn't feel terrible as bad as I expected it to feel. So I don't know. Maybe the car, the way it was set up or whatnot.
But I mean, so if we run into somebody that has lost my first event, and you see them in a chassis that you already know they're gonna struggle, is it something that you say, hey, you may want to switch cars?
There's so many good options. I mean, you can pick up a 350Z, a G35.
Yeah,
I think the FRS works great. I mean, I think.
but they want to be different, right? And
well, I mean, there's not that many
props to
FRSs
them.
out there, really.
Look at the guy that showed up that one time at the skid pad with the CTS, Cadillac CTS.
Yeah.
Remember that?
Yeah, he was doing good.
Oh yeah. Oh, no, I don't.
You know?
No, I don't
Yeah.
remember that. Was I there that night?
There used to be a guy, a kid. Yeah, he used to have 19-inch wheels on it. We put some tires on for him at one point. He used to drive a CTS. Yeah.
Okay.
But I mean, my point of view, like from my perspective, I would definitely tell them. Like I would have
Oh,
no
yeah.
You
qualms
have.
about it.
You
Yeah.
have told them in the past. I've heard.
Yeah.
I've seen you say, this. You really need to rethink your option, your choice here of vehicle.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I
But
have
then
no
we've seen
qualm-
people like Gabriel. What was it?
Some people can make it work, but I'm talking about somebody
No,
with
I
no
mean-
experience jumping in a chassis that's.
Well, I'm saying,
Not
that's what I'm
ideal.
saying. There was a kid,
E39?
Gabriel, the E30.
Yeah.
E39s aren't bad to drive. You just can't do much to like modify.
He did pretty
them.
good though.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The-
it was
the-
automatic and no angle,
Yeah.
and
Well,
he
look at
competed.
Fink. Fink came out with an open diff and was taking people apart at
Yeah.
County Line. An
Mhm.
open diff S13 with a KA, stock KA,
Mhm.
and he was taking people out, right? But that's like I said, these are drivers that have
Not anymore, though. I mean, I think
no.
I
Well,
think,
no, you
that-
can't
the
do that
level
now.
is
I think
totally
the
different
level
now.
has
You're not gonna see
way upgraded. So you need really a 350Z, an FRS, something in those. I mean, you could do 240, but there's not too many of those
the
anymore.
days of what was his name? Was it McNasty that was
You do
with the
BMW.
S14 KA that was at the Formula Drift Pro Am at PBIR, and he like made it into the grade 8. Who was that?
No, wait. So I think you're talking about White Warren G.
White Warren G.
Oh,
He
yeah,
came
yeah,
out
yeah.
to palm the PBIR and a Formula Drift Pro Am with a non-turbo KA and made it into the grade 8.
Yeah, but that was back.
Those
then.
days are gone.
You ain't gonna
That's
get
not
that
gonna
anymore.
happen.
That's not gonna
But
happen.
he was going against cars that had like 500, 600, 700 horsepower, and he
Yeah.
was taking them out.
Yeah. It was very.
That was
entertaining.
that was probably one of the most interesting spectacles I've seen in drifting. Somebody be able to do that. Like I said, that's a whole nother game. That was like 8-9 years ago.
Yeah.
But just the point, even then though, they were pro-am drivers.
Yeah.
Yeah, but now I mean, people are too fast with
Yeah.
350Zs. 350Zs will just blow everybody away.
Yeah. The thing is now, and people are very knowledgeable about car setup and what's available.
More
for
grip, a lot more grip than
like
we used to
the
have.
angle kits that are available, the suspension bits for more grip, like the tires that are available now.
Right. The basic setup
know?
is more general knowledge amongst drifters in the drifting community. As a new driver, has more information at his disposal to set up his car before it even starts now than ever.
And let's also, people from other racing backgrounds are getting into it, and they're coming in with more money.
That's
so
true.
You're seeing like cars with like 500 horsepower with drivers that have never drifted before.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, I'm going to pro-am, and they kill it.
Yeah,
it's
well,
like,
I don't
what?
kill it, but yeah, they do.
No,
they do really pretty well.
They do pretty good, and then they eventually.
Oh, you're thinking of like what's this? With the he has the BMW, but he didn't run it. He was running the red S14.
You're talking
Connor?
about Connor.
Connor,
Yeah,
yeah.
O'Sully.
Yeah.
He's an example. Less than a year of drifting, and he's competing at the clutch kicker level, not winning, but taking some people out.
But look at the cars he's driving. S14. He's got a BMW. He's got
Yeah.
cars that are common in drifting. Like it's. You can go the route of Taylor Hall and build a ATSV if you want, but you're gonna spend a lot more money and break your head a lot more trying to figure this out. Rather than just buying a car that you've seen more than 3 or 4 people use, and then you'll be like, oh, okay, it works. And I say 3 or 4 people because there are some cars that are kind of like a little bit not as common as the drift, but they work, like FRS, some Miatas, newer Mustangs. Like those cars aren't so common, but they're out there. You don't have to get a 350Z.
Weird? It's
can-
weird that we don't see the I don't know what was it, SN
95?
S195 is what mine.
It was the S1. Was the
S197 is the one that.
197? So the S197. I don't see a ton of those. I don't know why.
No, and
I
they're
mean, there's a lot of them.
and they're way better than
cheap.
mine.
They are cheap too.
They have a lot of horsepower.
they're way better than the one I have.
Yeah,
Honestly, I wish I could go back and be like and hold off. I just got excited about that car, and I would get an S197. Those are so much better.
Yeah,
So-
and it's pretty simple to set up. I mean, you can.
Yeah.
I think, are they straight axle?
They're still straight axle, but
So so you don't need to worry about camber and all that, because that's a pain in the ass. Like my car
Yeah.
right now, I have to worry about freaking changing the camber no matter what track I go to, because I got even wear on the tires.
You're-
That you're not going to get in.
You're
Yeah.
forgetting about something you got to worry about: the panhandle bar.
okay. Anyway,
Anyways,
but the thing about the
handlebar's
S197, the rear end is still solid axle, but they did change it to a 3-link instead of 4-link and added a panhard bar.
Panhandle bar.
Pan-
Yeah. Okay. They did add a panhard
Panhandle
bar.
bar.
Panhandle bar.
they're going to get you to make a mistake, buddy.
Damn it, man. Anyway, so yeah, they added that on there. So all you got to do is just buy an aftermarket one. With my car, I have to like bolt on this whole jig to put a panhandle bar.
So panhandle bar, you get jiggy with it too.
I know. Now I'm just like, I have to say it now.
Shuffle.
So yeah, no, there's
There's
Nice.
cars that are very
there's
easy
some
to set
cars,
up.
yeah, that could definitely. I mean, you got to think of what were the competition cars that have kind of disappeared. What other competition cars have disappeared that we saw? Like, I mean, Von Gittin did great in
GTO.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
I was
that's
thinking to
one
say
of
the
the
GTO.
Yeah,
Man.
why did the GTO
And the
disappear?
Viper.
Well, the Viper is.
No, that's not easy.
That's
You
not-
didn't say easy.
yeah, but-
you said
Daigo,
Okay, yeah, but on the actual car somebody can buy.
Daigo drove Dean Carney's car and then got out of it and told Dean that he is a madman for driving that car because it's difficult.
Yeah.
I mean, Daigo is going to be able to drive it, but the way he said it, he was like, I had to work for it. So the Viper is not that, and they're expensive, man. Come on.
Yeah, it's not a good.
Corvette's a better
an
option.
example.
Like,
GTO
this,
makes sense.
This sort of ties into the point I was trying to make earlier when we were talking about the takeover, and that is that when you have individuals that aren't aware or aren't experienced, they're looking at these certain set of vehicles over and over again that they're using for what they see as drifting or takeovering, whatever. They just see a car going sideways.
Mhm.
And they see a common reoccurrence of these vehicles, and then they may want to just blindly go into drifting and just choose these Chargers and Challengers, thinking like, oh, okay, well, if I want to do this on a track, then I would use this vehicle that I've seen out on the streets.
Well, I mean, Sam
And then-
Humanette had a Charger.
I'm sorry, what?
Sam Humanette had a Charger for a little while. It did look insane, but
it was pretty big.
Yeah, but it's
and
a
it was really.
big car. I
The-
mean,
the newer ones aren't as big. The new ones are a little more.
you think?
I
The
don't
brand
think
new
so.
ones, I think they're a little more
No.
compact than the old ones.
No, I think they're the
No.
same size, maybe even
Same
a little
size.
bigger.
Yeah.
But the thing is, the
I'll show you
Charger
something bigger.
doesn't. I wouldn't think it would drift bad. It's got a long wheelbase. It's just it's too long,
It's too heavy.
and it's way
You don't
heavy.
hear that
And-
too often, do you know?
My range is not that much.
He's too long and too
he's
heavy. Not,
Miata.
not something that Noah gets to hear
Yeah.
a lot.
But the I've seen people. We saw a Hellcat at PBIR this last at the last.
Oh yeah,
one.
yeah, there was. You're right. You're
Yeah,
right.
and
You're right.
it looks like it slides fine. It's just that if you want to get competitive with it, it's not going to be
Mm,
the greatest chassis.
yeah.
But then there lies part of the problem is that do you then inform the individual
Yeah.
that hey, this isn't perhaps worth if you want to kind of move on to the next level.
It's 120 inch.
But at the same
wheelbase.
time, you shouldn't. You can make the argument that you shouldn't tell them that because who knows what they're capable of, and they may
Prove you wrong.
spawn into creating this subset of
could
aftermarket
always-
parts
Except for that Focus
that
RS. so-
can
Yeah, that was weird.
that can spur a whole new segment for them, and they could be like,
Right.
Trendsetter.
like for instance, who's this guy, the Asian guy that started the ruckus thing parts.
Oh, Dorby.
Dorby.
Yeah, Corby. He
Dorby.
Dorby. I'm sorry, Dorby
Yeah.
with the S2000.
Correct. Yeah.
Mhm.
And look
Dorby
at what
worked.
he was able to do. I mean,
Yeah,
I'm
Dorby
sure
works,
maybe
yeah.
a lot of people thought that he was crazy for wanting to venture into aftermarket parts for these tiny bikes,
Right.
motorized bicycles.
Whatever happened to Dorby?
And
He's still doing it.
next thing,
Yeah.
I mean, he made something out of was something that people thought that it was crazy. I'm
No.
sure many people thought was crazy.
Yeah, he was
but-
doing pretty good with the
Yeah.
the ruckus parts. And
He's
everything.
still doing good.
And Dorby's a cool. I mean, like he was always
Yeah.
awesome. Really cool, chill guy.
Mhm.
So,
Yeah, I met him a couple times. Real nice guy.
yeah, he was always cool. I wonder
Yeah,
I'd
but
like
what
to see him at
other
a drift event
cars? I
again.
don't really know if what other cars are.
A lot of times people
You
just
you guys
already
are
have
really
it.
prolonging this, aren't you?
We don't. No. Oh, we'll move on to the next subject. What next subject? Since he has to.
No,
You said
You struggling now?
I am a little bit.
Okay.
I'm
Now
sweating.
it's starting to struggle.
Starting to turn
I'm
red.
starting to
It's turning
sweat
red.
a little bit.
But
Oh.
I think it's a great topic, Tim, that you brought up. No, I mean, I know, legitimately, I think it's a great
It's funny
topic
to me.
because
It's funny to me. I'm just saying.
because it's sort of you see it often, and in many cases you want to step in, but there's other instances where you don't want to step in because
You kind of want to see what happens.
you want to see what happens, and at the same time, you come across individuals that just are fixated on actually seeing where the car goes. But
I'll give it to you. I gave you a harder time than you're giving me, so this is fine. I get it.
So
It
that
is
you
tough.
know, maybe you're just joining us. Noel had to do the no pee water challenge. No pee water challenge is he had to drink a bunch of water. He's not allowed to pee. No peeing until the end of the show.
okay,
Bro, I'm dying because he's making me laugh. It's not.
What's the next topic? We have another topic.
yeah, let's work our way to wind things down. And Tim, you wanted to share with us some of the details that world famous Chris Jackson.
Yes.
World famous Chris Jackson, as many people may not know, is
Pregnant.
founder and
Oh,
director
I thought it was pregnant.
Yes.
of the U.S. Drift Circuit program, a co-founder, sorry. And he's also running the Pro-Am Series, Florida Pro-Am Series this year.
yeah.
It's more
And
distracting
there's-
than anything. I'm sorry. It's like I'm trying to listen to what he's saying, and all I
Okay,
hear
you're
is-
right. I'm being rude.
Yeah.
You're right. Okay, so you may go ahead.
Mhm.
And,
Yeah, go
All right,
ahead.
so-
Share with us what you know. What is Chris Jackson wanting to share with us?
Okay, so Chris Jackson is letting everybody know that they can register for the competition for the Pro-Am, the U.S. Drift Circuit Pro-Am this year. Registration is up. When it comes to the prize money, they are taking a certain amount of proceeds from the registration, putting it to a pot for the championship, right? But the only people that are eligible to win the cash prize are those that sign up for the full season. So now, just because they sign up for the full season, that doesn't mean they can't compete for the Pro-Am licensing as well. But the cash prize will not be available for those that don't enter the full season. Does that make sense?
So what happens? What were to happen if No here decides to enter and compete with his Mustang Stallion?
Oh, I'll lose.
And
That's
hang
the
on,
first
hang
thing.
on. You never know. Don't
him
belittle
finish his point.
yourself. And by the grace of luck, he happens to win one series. Then next thing you know, the Mustang goes on a rampage and knocks out the competitors, and nobody else can compete. Does that mean at the end of the series, the 4 rounds, with No being the only person to acquire points, will he get a license?
He would then, yes, get a license.
I like your strategy.
He
use
would
this.
then get a license, but if he didn't register for the full season, he wouldn't get the cash prize.
Gotcha.
Okay, so registration's up. The first event, I believe, is OSW.
Correct. Just to clarify, the first event was originally announced to be at Palm Beach International Raceway.
Right.
That got canceled and then switched over to Orlando Speed World.
Right. So they are going to do the first event at OSW. One thing I do want to point out is one thing that Jackson did, and I think it's a great idea because this is on many levels, is that it's not competition where other drivers can't come and drive, right? So there's going to be a drifting event going on the skid pad at the Orlando Speed World, but the competition will be taking place on the oval. Now they will be a beginner class, advanced class, and tandem classes for those that just want to come and drift. But then there will also be the other class for those that are competing for the Pro-Am license. Why this is really a cool thing to do is because, one, it helps bring the whole event down, the budget down, right? Because in order to do these events at the track, if you're only having like 20, 30, 40 drivers, it elevates the cost for all the drivers. So by allowing other drivers to come and drive the same event, it helps bring the cost down for everybody, which is great. So that's just a benefit as well. But I think more importantly, those drivers that didn't want to compete can still get a little taste of and see what drivers go through to prepare for competition. So those drivers that may just go to like Formula Drift, right, hang out in the crowd and not really interact too much in the pits, or really get an idea of what these drivers go to compete for their Pro-Am license, they'll be able to be there side by side and get a taste without having to compete. Does that make sense? And kind of get some insight for those guys that are competing, as well as learn from them. So I think that's a great collaboration to be able to do that, because it's so beneficial on many levels. One, it brings the price down. Two, those drivers that aren't competing can still come and drive, right? Still come and drive. So that's great. And then I believe the remaining rounds are going to be at Sebring International Raceway. All the information is going to be I just suggest go to the U.S. Drift Circuit website. I don't know if you want to pull that up real quick, but we'll go to U.S. Drift Circuit website. The registration will be there. The tech rules will be there. Everything is going to be on this form. And there you go, right there. Can I see it?
Yeah, I see it now.
Okay, so just go on to the site, and then let's see regulation. Okay, Pro-Am. There you go. So you have all your information there. Formula Drift Pro-Am. You have your costs. Wealth of information. If you have questions, then email Jackson at does he want us to email him at the U.S. Drift Circuit?
There's it right here.
It's right there.
Okay, so so just go ahead, shit him. He said
Shoot him an email.
Yeah, shit him an email. I'm shoot him an email. I'm sorry. No, go ahead. Yeah. Give him reach out to him through his email. He said that's better than the phone because his phone's always ringing off the hook. So just go ahead. If you have any questions, just contact Chris through his email, and he's pretty good at getting back to you guys. But a lot of information there. If you go through the website, they'll probably answer most of your questions. Other than that, I also wanted to mention that if you guys have any questions, you want to talk to Chris Jackson personally, he will be next week at Fuel Fest. So you'll be able to talk to him there if you have any questions. Another thing that I want to stress to the people that are signing up is there's some additional information there, right? There's going to be.
I
he's
want
going
to
to
read the entire rule book right now. Can we just read the rule book?
wait,
I
hold on a
really
second.
want to dive in the section.
No.
Can we dive in?
It's getting really bad.
It's getting big.
It's getting
I know,
bad.
but I really want to talk about this. He's going to ask you for headshots, and it's going to ask you for pictures of your car. This is something that we can incorporate into the live stream. And if you have sponsors, please include them when you register. All that information is going to help. Potentially, we're going to be there doing a live stream, most likely, it looks like, because we're kind of just, you know,
You think it's going to rain? You think it's going to rain?
But the point is,
It's gonna rain in my pants.
but the point is that if there's anything that you guys, even if you want to be on the show, like we had Billy Mitchell today on there, if you want to reach out to us, and maybe we'll get you on the show and talk to you about, ask you some questions, see where you come from. But yeah, definitely check out Jackson's U.S. Drift Circuit website for all the information for the Pro-Am. And Fuel Fest this weekend, 2 weeks from now.
Yeah.
So we're going to be out there. I actually got blessed to become, I'm the MC, so I'll be MCing on the main stage.
Oh.
And we're going to be doing the live stream. So Drift Sessions will be doing the live stream for Fuel Fest.
It's next week.
It's 2 weeks. It's not next week.
It's on February 26th. Tomorrow's the 19th plus 7, 26.
Oh, okay. So, wow. Yeah, it's already. Okay. Yeah, you're right.
Bro, turn that down, please.
So, yeah. So it's a week away. That's right. It's a week away. So Drift Sessions is the official live stream host of Fuel Fest. So Cody Walker's going to be there. Tyrese is going to be there. I think Ludacris is going to be there. It's going to be a car show. It's going to be a good time. So come check us out.
It's more distracting than making me want to pee.
And we're going to be at, no, but you know what's even better about this? We're going to be at the drifting at the South Florida Fairgrounds for the first time in how long?
It's been a long time.
Yeah.
When was the last event there?
2014, I believe.
And it was that Mo's event? I think I drove that event.
Yeah.
With the E30, I drove that.
We're talking about 8 years.
Yeah.
And you helped set it up too.
I did help set it up. And
Do we know what size we're really dealing with, or is it going to be more of a skid pad, or is it going to actually have the whole...
There's a layout. I don't know. You want to show the layout?
Yeah.
Where?
You didn't get the layout? It's in the email. It's in the Gmail.
Oh, no.
Oh, it has a picture. Actually, can we pull it up?
It's on the website.
You
can go
pull it up real quick so we can see where everything is.
Yeah.
I just want to so everybody can see where to go because. Huh?
Is it on Fuel Fest?
Yeah. No.
Oh,
We got the actual official, like the layout.
Okay.
It sounds like
we'll end with that.
Noel wants to look at it.
But there's gonna be a lot of Bear Jackson's gonna be there.
Okay.
So that's gonna be kind
Oh,
of
that's cool. I love Barrett Jackson.
Yeah, they're gonna be a lot.
You got to play some bids, no?
I mean, I'm just gonna go look at the cars.
Okay.
But Fuel Fest is gonna be a good time.
Yeah. I just want to mention in the chat, world famous Chris Jackson made some corrections.
Oh, good
for you, Tim.
Yeah, I didn't get to write everything
Championship pot per event pot. All drivers qualify for event pot.
Oh, okay.
So there's an event pot and there's a championship pot. Is that correct?
It sounds like it.
Okay, because he didn't really stress I don't remember him mentioning that.
All right. So let's go ahead and wind things down,
You don't want
gentlemen.
to show the...
No.
Oh.
That's it. Thank you all for tuning in, and we hope to see you 2 weeks from now. Everything good?
Hopefully. I think we're good.
Hopefully. Okay, we're good. All right. And hopefully Noel makes it to the bathroom in time. In the meantime, thank you for tuning in. Have a good night. See you all in 2 weeks.
I want to piss on you. Chip,
Oh,
chip,
boy.
chip, 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 chip. Pee on you, and